think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better?
What up, everybody? We're getting wild on this Wednesday for Fantasy News Today. Hope you guys are ready.
Damn straight, we're going to break it down.
Oh, yeah, breaking the walls down. We got half of the Wednesday crew here right now. The other half will be in here real shortly, but I am the Fantasy Football Hustler. What up, everybody? And we got our on Wednesday, every single Wednesday, Fantasy Tyrant is in the building. What up?
How's it going? Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day, everyone.
Oh, yeah. And for those who don't know, I'm sure other people do this, but every time we go live on the news show here, we are literally multi-streaming on a bunch of YouTube channels, a bunch of Facebook channels, Twitch, but we're streaming on the Fantasy Tyrants YouTube channel. So if you guys are following me on mine, make sure you go over to his and follow. And we got a couple other savages in the building. He's here. He's in the building. He's doing daddy daycare, so sometimes he is a train wreck, but he's there. Our man Bogard Scott free.
Yeah.
What up?
You know I love hump day? Because I got hella kids.
He knows all about the hump day, yeah.
For someone with 4 kids, hump day is every day. It ain't Wednesday only.
What are these days you speak of?
And since we're talking about humping, we might as well bring in the man, the myth, the legend, our man TD, who's repping Fantasy Good Sports.
That's hella funny.
Nobody, baby. I love it. I love it.
There we go. TD in the building. He's always going to come in better. Hide your kids and hide your wife. You better do it. TD is on the loose.
I'm begging for it all. I want it all.
As long as we're begging for those fantasy championships and we happen to get some, we are all about it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, so we are doing something new today. You guys have heard us talking about Super Draft Pro. I see a couple dozen people on the stream right now. We're giving out free money today for you guys to use on Super Draft Pro. 3 lucky people are going to get a free $20 that they can use on a Super Draft Pro subscription. Here's what you got to do. You got to remember this word. You ready? Get a pen, get your notes out, whatever you got to do. Write it down. For you guys in the late 90s, early 2000s, you will remember this word because I know you've seen Jay and Silent Bob. So the word is snoogans. I'm going to throw it up on the screen here. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. Just remember it. Okay? Snoogans. Well, you don't know when we're going to do it. It's going to be sometime during the Q&A. It's going to be at a super random time. And whoever is the first 3 people to put the word in when I ask you for it, you guys are the one who's getting the free money that you can use for your Super Draft Pro subscriptions. It doesn't matter what channel you're on. Everyone here is involved. So whatever channel you're watching from, you'll be able to win. And JC Money Design said, can I play? No, because you already have an account, but you can tell your friends to get over here and get on here so you can play. Tell them the word and tell them to get on here and watch the stream because the whole point of people winning is we want someone who's on 100% of the stream, and we already know there's a bunch of people who rock with us for the entire show.
Hey, when you told him right now that he can't play, he said, snoogin.
And Chase, can all states participate in this? 100%. It is legal in all 50 states. It is legal in Canada. It's not anywhere else other than that right now. It is brand new. It will be one day, but anyone in America can apply. Anyone in Canada, you can win this money and you can play.
Hey, look, bro, I made the phone call. We all clear. All states.
That's the awesome thing about it, because there's a lot of states right now where you can't even play like DraftKings and shit. Like I'm in Oregon and they got some bullshit going on, and I'm blocked from that. But with this, yeah, I can get in it, get my subscription there. I get my daily contests, enter them shits. Hey, it's awesome. It's like I'm back, baby. I'm back in DFS. I love it.
There we go. And of course, JC Money Design on brand said, LOL, give me money. There we go. And Zeb, thanks for reminding me. So he said, when is the Puff Puff Pass show going on? Okay. So for those who didn't hear, talked about a new show that we're going to be having on the network here. I don't know exactly what day and what time, but it's going to be like my starts and sits. We're only going to be talking about flex-ish players, and it's going to be called Fantasy Puff Puff Pass. So you guys already know, if we are puff puffing, that means start them. If we're passing on that grass, it means sit them. And so it's going to be going down. Should be this week. We got to push JC Money Design. He's the man behind all the graphics and, you know, everything that happens before lights, camera, action goes down.
Yeah. Shout out to JC Money.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about some news that some people may not care about. But for everyone who is real hyped about White Mike, the Jets came out and they said they are planning on starting Joe Flacco. It's not 100%, but that's the way that they are leaning as of Wednesday. Bogart, I know you've been real high on White Mike and what he's been doing over there for the running backs and things like that. What the hell do you think is going to happen with Flacco?
I mean, you can go back to Flacco in Baltimore and, you know, Danny Woodhead, Kyle Juszczyk, you know what I mean? Even
Ray Rice,
Justin, who was out there? Justin Forsett. You know, the original foreskin before Leonard foreskin. They all caught passes. You know what I mean? Because Joe Flacco, he's not mobile at all. So he is looking for the check down if pressure's coming. You know what I mean? So I'm okay with it. The rapport is something I worry about because Michael Carter had rapport with White Mike real fast because remember they had Carter on the team twos. Remember that?
Yep.
Actually had rapport with White Mike. You know, maybe, you know, so maybe Ty Johnson has a little more rapport with the Joe Flacco. I don't know. I just, it's really ugly. It's the Jets. And you know what I mean? And I think the Great White Hope actually gave us hope for, you know, Michael Carter. But I think Elijah Moore is okay.
TD, I know you're all about that zero RB life. I'm sure Michael Carter and guys like Ty Johnson are guys that you got sprinkled in. You still playing them with Joe Flacco, no matter what?
I love it with Joe Flacco, and I echo what Bogard said. Joe Flacco will check the ball down. He's not mobile. But even to go against my zero RB thing a little bit, Elijah Moore value has skyrocketed. Joe Flacco has still, right now, I still think he has one of the best deep balls in the league. Now, can he take your team to a Super Bowl? No, but he can air that ball out. And Elijah Moore, as soon as he got in the game, Elijah Moore hit a touchdown. He saved Elijah Moore week. So I believe with Joe Flacco being in Elijah Moore will get targets, and they will move him around to get him the ball from the slot, from the outside receiver, wherever. You don't have to worry about the number one corner. Long as Corey Davis is healthy. So I like Michael Carter, and I like Elijah Moore value with a stable Joe Flacco.
Tyrant, give us your thoughts on the Jets. Who are you playing this week? Who are you avoiding? Obviously, we're talking about flex plays for most of these guys, but give your thoughts.
Hey, you know, for the most part, you're looking at flex on these guys. I do like Elijah Moore. I have to agree on that. I think you know, Joe Flacco comes in. It's not that much of a change. I mean, people can say what they want about Mike. Why? Yeah, he showed some flair and stuff, but he's you know, he's not going to be some, you know, he's not going to be a top 10 QB. He's not going to give your the players that he's playing with, you know,
He was
tier one production or anything like that. But
shout out to White Mike. I just want to argue and be petty. He has the top 5 finish, but that's it. Just one time.
I'm not saying he's not capable. I'm just saying we're not going to see that consistently. And you can't bank on it. But anyway, it doesn't matter because Joe Flacco's going to play. So, I mean, I still like Elijah Moore. I don't think you're going to lose much. I don't think you're going to gain much. You know, I think really you're just going to still base it on the matchups themselves. And with Michael Carter going up against Miami there, I don't think it's a too bad of a start for him. I think he's going to probably get his, you know, usual like 12 to 15 thereabouts, you know, fantasy points. And I don't think, like I said, you're not really going to lose or gain too much either way. So I wouldn't change the strategy. Whatever you already were figuring you're going to do with these guys, you know, just continue doing that.
I love this comment by Chase. He says, I could buy the Sticky Icky in Montana, but I can't do DraftKings. What is this shit? It does not make sense. But
Crazy.
lucky for you, with Super Draft Pro, you are able to do it in all the states. So hopefully you're one of the people who win. And if not, you can still go get do a free account and literally play for free, win a couple bucks, and it's all subscription based. That's how they make it legal in all 50 states. So you sign up for a membership for, well, there's a free one, a $20 one, or a $50 one, or a $100 one. I'm on the $100 one. TD's on the $100 one. It's just worth it. $25 a week, and it's 4 contests per day. Like, it's dope. It's dope. You're definitely going to want to get on it. So I put the link in the description. You could still sign up for free right now, and then maybe you win at the end of the show. It'd be good karma. All right, let's see. And so I'm just jumping around here. And Pulse Zero, what up, bro? Said Alvin Kamara practiced today too. Yes, he did. So for everyone who was thinking Kamara was going to be out a couple weeks, he still may be, but it's Wednesday. He's getting in a little bit of practice, so he's definitely trending in the right direction.
Trending.
That's all we really need. So we're not going to even speculate. We're not even going to really speculate, too much on him. We'll wait till further in the week. But
all we could do was speculate anyway. They didn't really tell. They're very vague on his injury. They just said knee or ankle or whatever the fuck they said. We didn't know if it was a high ankle or if it was a, you know what I mean? Like,
yep.
Very vague. So a limited practice is awesome to hear.
Yep, definitely. And what up, my man Will? Shout out to the Patreon crew. Said, any news on Nick Chubb? No, not as of yet. I believe so. It was like Monday last week. So, I mean, the 10 days is like Thursday or Friday. But
he's vaccinated. So
yeah.
This means This means he hasn't had consecutive negative tests. You know what I mean?
I was comparing it in my head to Aaron Rodgers, who didn't get brought back until like Saturday. But yeah, it's because he lied about being vaccinated.
He was immunized. He was immunized. Right? Ain't that what Aaron Rodgers said?
Hey, whatever Aaron Rodgers says, I'm with it. And but we do got some other news for the Browns, though. So Stefanski, he expects Myles Garrett to be back this week. So that's some good news for them. But some bad news for Kareem Hunt. He's not going to be back this week. They already ruled him out.
Yeah.
So this is why we keep saying don't drop Dearness Johnson, because we have no idea when any of these guys are coming back. So even if Chubb comes back, you still might be able to play him this week in your flex.
That's
Dearness, I mean.
Yeah, and that's the question. Would you play him, Hustler, or you have to wait and see? Would you play Dearness?
Well, what if Nick Chubb doesn't come back till Saturday, like Aaron Rodgers or some shit like that? Doesn't practice all week. Like, I'm for sure playing Dearness Johnson because it's probably going to be close to a 50-50 split. As of right now, I'm going to say I'd play him. Obviously, we already tell everybody our answers could change on day to day based on new news that we get coming in.
Okay.
But what about you? Would you play him as of right now when Nick Chubb's kind of still up in the air?
I don't think so. That's why I was trying to get your confirmation. I don't know if I could. It seems like they love Nick Chubb. So long as Nick Chubb out there, he's going to get all the goal line carries. And Dearness without a touchdown is almost like, 12 points, 10 points at the most?
Yeah.
So, but if I needed some points, yeah, I probably would. I wouldn't go to the waiver wire for nobody. I would probably play Dearness, but I just don't feel good about playing him when Nick Chubb is out there.
Like I was saying weeks ago, when you think of Nick Chubb and Demetric Felton, it's kind of like a replacement for or not Nick Chubb. I'm sorry, Dearness Johnson and Demetric Felton. It's kind of like a replacement for Chubb and Hunt, respectively. So if Chubb is playing, you're not going to see that much from Johnson. So you got to keep your eye on that. Otherwise, if he's out, definitely playing Johnson.
Yes.
But what I was seeing is they're still going through the protocol on that. No update for Chubb. Hunt's not going to play. What we were seeing with Hunt out and Chubb in is a little bit of Johnson, but not enough for fantasy viability. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
All right. And real quick, before we get into that super chat, be with you in a second, Joe. All right. So Andrew threw it out there. 24 more subs to 1K, baby. That's for our man TD on Fantasy Good Sports. There's more than 24 people watching this live stream right now. So I'm putting the link to his channel right now, this live stream that we're doing right now, do me a favor, go over there right now and go subscribe. Let's get our homie to 1K on this stream right now. Okay, let's do it. Come on, guys.
That's
we
a
need
big
it.
milestone, man. I'm a little bit more than halfway there, so I'm I'll go. I don't think I've actually subbed to you, so I'll go hit it up right now.
And I'm gonna sub to you too, man. Hustler got me blushing over here and stuff. I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate that.
We're going to get it there. It's happening on this live stream today. Right now, we're going to be here for probably another hour. We're getting him to 1,000 subs on this stream. And then we're all going to smoke real fat.
Fuck yeah.
All right. And Joe, good looking on the super chat. Joe, he said, should I trade Jalen Hurts and Brandon Cooks for Jamar Chase, Russell Wilson, and Mark Andrews? I have Cup, Deontay Johnson starting. So if you're receiving Jamar Chase and Russell Wilson and Mark Andrews, I think everybody on the panel here would say you should have done it already, and then you should have came and said, grade my trade, and you would have got an A+.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Do it now, and then come back and tell us that you did it.
I do think that in some respects, Jalen Hurts can be a little bit of a buy low, but for what you're getting there, I mean, right now, Russell Wilson's stock is as low as it's going to get, and it's just going to go up from there. So, but Jamar Chase is the best player in that, and then you're also getting Mark Andrews, dude. That's a fucking steal. That's a steal.
Yep. Hell yeah. There we go. And King Yada, my homie Stativelli, he's also on the Super Draft Pro crew with us. He said, I got you, bro. I got you.
Just like that.
There we go. Said I hit it and liked it and subscribed on here for like a year already. Well, there you go. Well, we're talking. So we're talking about on our homie TD from Fantasy Good Sports, Antonio. So we're streaming on 4 separate YouTube channels right now, and then Facebook and Twitch and all that good stuff. But yeah, TD, we're trying to get him to 1,000 on today's show. That is the goal. We are so close. We're gonna have enough people on this show, and it's my son's birthday today. It's Noble's birthday today. I'm not doing a Q&A later, so we'll probably do a little bit longer of a Q&A now, and then because we're doing the Playmakers tomorrow as well. So let's go. Let's get them there. Second Take Extra said 18 more subs. Let's get them there. Let's go.
Fast.
I seen that picture on Facebook. Your boy look just like you, man. You spit him out, man.
Yeah, I can't deny him. That's for sure.
Do it, Tyrant Gang. Get out there and help out too.
Yeah, let's all put in some work. Let's get him to 1,000. All right, and Vanessa, good looking on the super chat. And there we go. Triple X Lex said, I got you, bro. Let's get him there. Let's get him there. That'll be dope. This will be dope for this show. Right on hump day. Had a special entrance coming out there. We'll play his drop again, and he'll do, well, he'll keep his clothes on. This ain't OnlyFans. But we'll make him do a nice little dance to Keith Sweat and beg for it. You need him to beg for it? We'll make him beg right now.
I'm going to have a segment where I change the personality to Keith Sweat. I'm going to have to do that, man. You pushing me in the corner to do that, man. I'm going to have to do that. That's hilarious.
Yeah. He'll beg for those. He'll beg for those subscribers. He ain't scared.
No, I ain't.
We're just going to keep having fun.
So there you go. You got 16 left, bro.
There we go. Let's get it. Let's get there. Let's get it. All right. Let's see. And Vanessa, what up? Said, is Kendrick Bourne a good pickup for a flex spot? I only have Bolden and Jamal Williams on my bench. I'm going to say, yeah. I mean, it's a Thursday game. It seems like he's one of Mac Jones's favorite targets, out there. And I mean, they're having him throw passes and get involved in the backfield. You love the way that he's being used. He ain't no one trick pony.
Yeah. And it is dope that playing against them failed clowns.
There we go. Chase said, I already subbed to TDs before I even knew he was coming to this channel. There we go.
Appreciate it.
I mean, one thing that I like, I always see a bunch of people who are, on TD's live streams, who may have migrated to mine and they're on mine, and then people who are on mine who migrate over to TD. We're all friends here. We all create dope content. We all got good opinions and different opinions on stuff. So make sure you chime in on
and
all
that's
of
the
our
exact point right there. Is that we don't all have the same opinion. It would be boring as shit if we did. So watch all of us. That way you get mixed opinions, see what mixes up in your head, and that way you get the best information. Because if you just listen to one person and you're going with that, man, no, you got to have different opinions. We all have them. Check us all out. Good point. Sir. Good point, Alex.
When it comes to opinions, right? When it comes to opinions, there's the good, the bad, and the Bogard, and they can do what they want with that.
Opinions are like assholes. If you don't keep it clean, Everyone's got one and they all stink. No.
There we go.
Unless you keep it fresh.
Yeah, if you got a bidet, then it might be fresh. And Antonio said, I subscribed on TD's channel before I even knew yours existed. Man, so TD's got some subscribers before they even found me. That's pretty dope.
I don't got a lot, but the guys that do come, they are loyal. So I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything. I appreciate working with these guys. And I appreciate y'all too checking out my content.
It's the power of Keith Sweat, bro. The fantasy, the fantasy Keith Sweat.
Yeah, there we go. So I see 15. We need to get to 15. So let's get there, guys. Let's get there. All right, let's see. Anybody else asking any questions while we're scrolling down the list about news? Oh, here we go. So, Will, any news on Chris Carson? Yep, he ain't coming back to practice. So, Will's one of my Patreon members. I mean, he sent me a message. He was like, what do you think about Chris Carson? And I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over. I don't think he's coming back to play this year. Like, that neck injury is no joke. We're talking about if he makes that neck injury worse. Like, we're talking about his life potentially being different, like not having full range of his body, all types of shit.
TD, man, he said it from jump. As soon as Carson got hurt, he was like, I think this is the last time that we see him in the Seahawks jersey.
Yep, and I think actually it might be the end of his career, because what is the benefit of him playing again? Like, go take your bag and go and live a great life.
You know what, too? Just to bring it back to fantasy, I mean, Alex Collins, and then, I like the running. I like Seattle to really, really try to run this week. And they're probably going to own time of possession because it's going to be like a beat-up Colt McCoy. You know what I mean? Yep. So I don't expect to see Murray until after the bye week. So the game, Seattle's going to be controlling the clock. I like, as long as Alex Collins doesn't go out there and die on this, I think he has a big game here. I like Alex Collins.
And so I'll just use that as a transition into the Cardinals because we're playing them. So Kyler Murray was out there he was at practice. He's out there throwing passes. They say he looks good. I mean, really nothing other than that. No D-hop. But that change your tune in any bit, Bogard, that Kyler Murray's out here practicing on Wednesday?
No, because he hadn't been out there at all. Mm-hmm. He hadn't been out there at all. Like, not a snap in practice. So this is him working his way back.
Yep. All right, and let's see. Andrew said that Cowboys defense came up huge for me, bruh.
Yes, sir. I've been telling guys about my Cowboys defense. The top 5 defense.
They had a pick 6, huh?
Yeah.
And you know what, too, man? This is Dan Quinn, very opportunistic.
Yes.
Everybody's swarming to the ball. This is that cover 3, but they kind of adjusted it because they're adapting to the game now, so they will have 2 high safeties as well, and they just attack with their front 4 and it works.
Yep.
I'm throwing the link in the chat again to TD's YouTube, the link where we're at. We're 13 away. Let's help him get there so we can make it happen on this show, because this has been like the dopest show for all of us, really.
Yep.
Hey, shoot me. You know what's crazy? I wonder if I did, because if I haven't, I'm going to be the 1,000.
I got two accounts. I got a personal account. So on my personal account, I subscribe to all y'all channels, but on my Fantasy Good Sports, I'm not. But Tyrant, I just subscribed to yours. Hustler, I already been subscribed to yours. I gotta go subscribe to yours on my business account, Bogard.
Okay. Shoot me the link. It's because I know I tried to look it up one time. And
I sent it to you.
Oh, you got it. All right, cool.
Yep.
Yeah. I want to be the one down loud.
There we go. Let's get him there. Let's get him there. We could do it. And let me see.
I ain't got no beer, no champagne, or nothing. Hustlers threw this out there today. I'm grateful for it, bro.
We'll smoke up fat to it for sure.
Oh, yeah. I see it.
Hell, when I was on my first show earlier this that I did with you guys here, I almost hit 420, and when I did, we smoked fat for that. So for 1,000, hell yeah, we're gonna break it out.
Oh yeah, yeah, and I see it right now. I'm just gonna keep refreshing. I'm not even gonna let TD do it. I'll be the one to just surprise him, so he's not even gonna know when. But it's at a 989 right now, so only 11 away. Let's help him out. Let's help out the homie. Let's get him there. All right, and let's see. Who else we got here? Second take extra. Got a status on J-Rob and Corduroy Pimpin' Patterson. All right, so James Robinson wasn't at practice. He actually has a new knee issue to go along with his old one. They said it seems more precautionary than anything, but we'll see tomorrow. I don't like the way that it was worded. I really don't.
Do that scare you in Dynasty, Hustler? Do they make you maybe want to trade them or anything?
No, Dynasty, come on, man. No way.
I'm trying, man. I'm trying.
Stop the presses. Carlos Hyde revenge game.
Oh, come on.
Oh, dear.
That'd be insane. We'll be following this all week. So, I mean, we know he didn't practice. We know they worded this very ugly. We'll see. We shall see. As far as Corduroy Pimpin', pretty much a game time decision. So he was out there getting light practice work, but they already said he is a game time decision. I'm a little bit nervous going up against the Patriots. Would it be something that they tried to take away the pimp?
Nah, I think they would do what most teams have been doing, is like take away picks and then let the pimp get everything underneath. And going into the game against Cleveland, New England was giving up the third most receptions to the running back position. You know what I mean? So catches out of the backfield, even if he plays at a limited capacity, I'd probably still start him because they're going to let him get everything underneath. Like, this is just what the Patriots have been doing by design. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if Patterson plays, he might be the only Falcons player that I'm playing on Thursday.
I'm not playing nobody.
I'm with you, man.
Other than Kyle Pitts, that's the only guy I'm playing.
Okay.
And even then, I'm a little scared. I'm a little sneak preview for people for the Thursday B&B tomorrow. Yeah, I've got Kyle Pitts on bust alert for this game.
I mean, you know what's crazy is when you look at Kyle Pitts' numbers, and like the amount of good games versus bad games, he's a bust right now. Like right now, he's a bust by definition.
Yeah,
I don't think he's going to be ultimately, but for this season, sure.
Like his track record is a bust right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
and I mean,
is Darren Waller? What would you call Darren Waller? It's about
Darren Waller's a bust too because
TJ Hawkinson,
big time bust.
Whether it's injury or production, I mean, our fantasy points don't know the difference. If it's not showing up, you're busting. You know what I mean? Like,
but if you finish as the top 5, I don't know if you can call him a bust. That's what I'm saying in the position because there's only Travis Kelce is the only guy that.
But here's the thing with tight end though. With tight end, it's so ugly. It's fugly. It's fugly AF, bro. That you can finish the top 5 and only played like 70% of the season. You know what I mean?
Here's what I consider to be a bust for Darren Waller. If he's drafted as the tight end 2 and he finishes anywhere outside of the tight end 2, that's a bust, unless it's by a couple points, I would say. But if it's anywhere, farther outside of that, tight end 2, it's a bust for me. But it's such a wasteland that if he still finishes there because he has a great ending to the season, that's just kind of how the tight ends are. Like I pointed it out. I avoided him everywhere because last year when I had him and during the season, it was annoying as fuck. Like there was so many games, half of his games, he was at 50 yards or under. And like that, literally, like half of his games were 50 yards or under. No one believed me when I said that if they rostered him because all they remembered was the playoff gold that he produced for them. The beginning didn't matter.
People will remember what they want to remember. And then there's also things that they can't forget. Like you just mentioned, how they finished, phenomenally for them in the playoffs. If he got you there, you know what I mean? If you were able to get there with that, type of inconsistency, but at the same time, like the tight end landscape is so naked that you're happy with what he's getting you. It just he doesn't have the upside or the floor anymore.
So I just looked at it. He's number 3 right now in my league in full PPR. He's the number 3 tight end over George Kittle, Mark Andrews, and Darren Waller is number 2. So what you're saying is very true. I just feel like everybody's so ugly. It's like the lesser of two evils. Everybody's ugly there, other than Travis Kelce. So I feel like,
Well, what's funny is even the Travis Kelce, people who roster Travis Kelce because he had 2 bad games or whatever, they're tripping on him.
Spoiled. It's because we were spoiled. You know what I mean?
Yep. Hell yeah.
With his 2 goose eggs, Mike Gesicki's still up in like the top. And on my league, I'm looking at he's like in the top 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's 7 in my league in full PPR.
He goes
crazy.
I'm not mad at what happened last week because he got 7 targets.
Mike Gooseggy.
Yeah.
It's so clever, but it makes me mad because I lost by a margin of 4 points because of his goose egg. He couldn't just get me 4 points.
Got you. Got me too. What a bastard. Totally pissed me off.
It seemed like a good matchup too. That's the thing. It's like on paper it looked great.
No. Tyrant, you're correct. It was literally the number 1. I mean, it was literally number 32 against the tight end position.
Yeah.
For Ravens.
And he had 7 or 8 targets, and he had like I think 2 or 3 in the end zone. So I mean it looked like a good game.
And check it out.
Didn't work out.
Isaiah Ford, what's his name? Swift or whatever the other guy, and then Shaheem, all of them got receptions like crazy.
Yeah.
So if the formula was there, the tight end was gonna eat. It just didn't happen with him.
Any given Thursday.
Yeah. And King Marcelo, good looking on the super chat, thinking of trading Henderson for J-Rob and A-Rob. So you lost me at A-Rob there. So if you get a better player besides A-Rob, that's something I would be interested in, but I am a little bit nervous about what we heard today about his knee.
A-Rob. Yeah, and I think I'm just sticking with
and you know what? Totally on brand. Literally just popped up right now. Allen Robinson unable to practice today with the hamstring issue.
Yeah.
Literally just now popped up on my phone.
Darnell Mooney stock.
Yes.
It's already stock. Well, you know what sucks?
It's going to be
A-Rob doesn't play. I think that makes Mooney's stock go down because A-Rob's getting the number 1, the number 1 cornerback just this week, for example. Let's just use this week. If A-Rob plays, Marlon Humphrey is going to be covering him. If he doesn't play, he's covering Mooney, so that fucks Mooney.
That's so.
I mean, week to week, sure, but I'm talking about overall.
Yeah.
Right. They hit Mooney with a screen. They've hit Mooney they've hit him out of the backfield. They give him carries. They're doing things with him. So I still think Mooney's like a WR3 flex type this week.
Yeah, he does get manufactured targets.
What's up?
He does get manufactured targets.
Yeah. And now he's gonna get the if with no A-Rob. I do want A-Rob to play for the record though, because y'all know Marlon Humphreys would respect A-Rob more and be on him. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah. And Ruben, what up? What up? Antonio said, any news on Goddard? Yes, Goddard is still in concussion protocol on Wednesday.
You know what's crazy? People that have been getting the case of the dizzies, it's real bad this year. You know what I mean? Or maybe they're just more strict on the concussion protocol process. You know what I mean?
And that's probably what it comes down to. I mean, they should be more strict on this. I mean, people are out here losing their lives over getting hit in the head too many times and coming back too early, and getting brain damage for the rest of their life.
That's why whenever those players that make that decision to retire and people give them shit about it, I'm like, I wouldn't. You'd rather live your life than play ball, you know?
Yep.
And these guys, I mean, some people, I'm not saying everyone, but like some of these guys, I mean, they can live for the rest of their life off their first contract that they get, no matter what it is. If they're savvy with investments, right? You invest. You don't just spend it all on a bunch of shit. Like, yeah. Let's see.
It's just a lot of times these rookies get the dollar signs in their eyes, and they start buying the big houses and 100 cars and shit, and then shit happens, and fuck, they're screwed. I've seen it happen. Like it's sad story, but we don't wish for it, obviously. But
Marshawn Lynch, I don't think he spent $2 million his whole career.
Hey, but Marshawn, he's smart because, man, out here in the Bay, bro, we're just a walking brand. Like,
yep.
And that beast mode thing, like, bro. And then he has restaurants. Like, anything he gives back to the community, and I feel like universal karma. Like, he could just roam the earth and can never do any wrong, bro, because all he's ever done was right by him and his fams. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's Noble's birthday today. Came in to say hi.
What's up, bro?
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
What's up, bro?
Some people earlier were saying happy birthday, little hustler. And he was like, no, you're a little hustler. I'm the big hustler.
Right. You know it.
Tell everybody, say subscribe to TD's channel.
You say it.
Say subscribe to TD's channel.
With my body.
He's wearing a green shirt. Can't see his body.
Okay.
We got the green screen. It's just a floating head.
Awesome.
There we go. And Antonio said, happy birthday, little hustler.
What you get for your birthday?
Thanks.
We're going to Dave & Buster's.
You going to Dave & Buster's? You going to play games?
Yeah.
You like playing games?
Excuse me.
Yep, he's gonna have his birthday there.
Hey.
All right, back to the show. Your mom's calling you. Mom's calling you. All right, back at it. Appreciate all the love for everyone around here. All right, and we got for the Bucks. So Carlton Davis, he's getting closer to coming back. He's running at practice. Obviously, that doesn't mean much, but I mean, opens the window on him coming back. JPP practiced. Richard Sherman in a boot, and no sign of Antonio Brown or Gronk.
No, we all whiffed on. A lot of us whiffed on Tyler Johnson. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. You know what? The formula got messed up because the equation for Tyler Johnson it involved no Chris Godwin, and then he pops up as playing. Like, damn it, you know what I mean?
Yep, that messed it all up. What do you think, Bogard? I'll throw it to you first. When do you think Antonio Brown comes back? I mean, they've already had their bye week. They obviously don't really have a need to like rush him back. Let's make some claims right now on when we think he's actually going to come back.
I need to know the schedule. Do you know? Can you pull up the schedule for like the? Because I think he comes back. To answer your question first, I think he comes back within this next month. I just want to see how many games that perhaps they can lose because they're going to beat the Giants.
So we got here we go: Giants, Colts, Bucks, Bills, Saints, Panthers, Jets, Panthers.
Back for that Colts game.
So that's
a big game.
So that's next week. That's next Sunday.
Yep. But also Tom Brady he got that NFL royalty where like he and everyone around him, they don't even got to be specific what the injury is. Like, what is his injury? He has an ankle, but what kind of ankle? Because they could have put him on IR then. They didn't. You know what I mean? Like,
Really weird
Yeah.
how they didn't put him on
I
IR.
mean, it's real Antonio Brownish. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, here's a little something though. He dropped a little hint on his Instagram.
Mhm.
Antonio Brown is saying fireworks soon. So you know, we'll see.
And here's another thing too. Tomorrow's their Wednesday because they play Monday night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tomorrow's news for me will be more. It'll be more telling than what we would.
I feel like he's out this week and has a good chance next week. That's how I feel.
Yep. I think Tampa Bay starts struggling. They need Antonio Brown. I think the Giants has a good shot of beating him. If Tom Brady doesn't have a great slot receiver, he's going to struggle. Antonio Brown is the best receiver on his team, and he opens everything else up. And if they don't have him, I think Tom Brady can be exposed. And if you got a decent pass rush, you will be able to get to him. And that defense is they injured. You know, the middle guy, the deep nose tackle, he's out. Bates is out. So I think they're going to struggle a little bit, and they're going to be forced to bring him back maybe 2 weeks, I say.
Let me put you on the spot, TD, because you put yourself on the spot on Monday Night Football, and you were the one who said 49ers were going to beat the Rams. He said what he said, and that's how the way it went down. But are you saying that Danny Pesos is going to go into Tampa Bay and duel Tom Brady?
I like that you said duel. I didn't, because I ain't gonna say win.
Yes, I said duel.
Yes. I do think it. I think it's gonna be a close game. So listen, what's the point spread? I don't know the point spread, but if it's 10, you better take that 10 points. Even 7 points, I would take. Now 5-3, I don't know about that. But I do think they are a touchdown. They are less than a touchdown better than the Giants.
Listen, do we have any news on Saquon? Or I guess it'll be the same thing.
Yeah.
Really? Because
that's what I was gonna get into next. So other half of the ball there. So Devontae Booker, Sterling Shepard, they're on the side with trainers, and they said it's not really looking good for Monday for those two. And Joe Judge came out and said he's very encouraged by Saquon Barkley the way he looks at practice.
He's playing.
Because he should be back. And there's no Vita Vea this game.
Yes.
And Vita really he fucks that middle up. You know, he clogs it all up. And so if you could run and Danny Dimes can use him in the passing game with Saquon as an extension of him and, you know, the legendary myth of Kadarius Toney, you know what I mean? And maybe some, you know, the smooth sounds of Kenny G. I mean, it's there. The secondary, you could pick on them. But they do have Winfield back still. And, I'm just saying this is going to be a nice little – they're starting to match up because of the injuries. You know what I mean?
And I just checked.
Don't pick on Danny Dumbass at all.
The point spread that I see on Yahoo, I know all the sports book vary a little bit. It's 10.5. And I think Kenny G's got a broken saxophone right now. I don't know if he's going to do anything against the Bucs.
I'm taking those 10 points. They just not getting to the quarterback. They couldn't get to Taylor Heineke. So why they going? I don't know. I think the Giants' offensive line is decent. So I think it's going to be a tight game, and you got a whole week to prepare. So I think it's going to be a really good game.
Come on, everyone, help us get there. TD is almost there. He's like 7 away. All right, let's get him there.
Hey, remember, I got the one in the chamber. I'm going to get the one.
So he is 6 away. We got to get 6 more. We got a bunch of people on this live stream. So we need 6 of you real savages to click that link in the chat. Hop over to TD's channel right now. Smash the thumbs up, smash the bell, and then hit the subscribe. All right. And then come in the chat and tell us that you did it.
Hey, y'all ever fuck with the generic soda Shasta?
Yeah, that's what I came up on. The kiwi strawberry, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's the only grape soda I could find, and it's higher.
Yes. You remember the 25? I don't know about in California, but they was 25 cents back in the day in the soda machine.
Dude, back in the days, it was like 15 cents, but still the 25-cent jug was the one. You know what I mean?
Yes, the kiwi strawberry that would always be out with the red light on it.
Oh yeah.
And the $1 2 liters, like shit like that. The Shasta, the Fanta.
The Shasta, Tiki Punch, man. That's where it was at for me. Tiki Punch.
Yeah, I see you, Tyrant. Okay.
Yeah, that Fanta, that orange soda, like, man, I've drank way too much of that in my life.
See,
Me
you
too.
know what's crazy is that we got a Shake Shack out. Guys, Shack anywhere you're at, but they have on Fountain. They have grape Fanta, and it's the only place I've ever seen it. Like, I go to Shake Shack just for the soda. I'm like, give me the grape Fanta.
Yeah, because some of those I mean, I don't know if they have one of those machines where it's got like, every single type of soda, in it. Like they're just upgrading to every type of syrup also. Like that's really what it is.
Yep.
50
Yep.
types of syrup in that machine.
Yep. I used to work at Zaxby's, and they had over like 150 different types of sodas. It was those certain cartridges.
Hey, if you're on one of those, if you're in a place and you get one of those machines, what soda are you concocting for yourself? What's your favorite? What's your go-to?
Ginger ale, strawberry.
Listen, I'm like a vibes guy, because I like all sodas, man. Like I'll fuck with a root beer, I'll fuck with a cream, I'll fuck with a grape soda strawberry, I'll fuck with a kiwi strawberry. Listen, Sprite, Coca-Cola, no to Pepsi though. That's right. You give me the blind test, and
You know what's funny? I remember I'm going to an Arizona Diamondbacks game when I went to go visit my cousins, and they were doing the Pepsi challenge. You guys remember that shit back in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
They would set up around sports events and random things, and I took the Pepsi challenge twice, and I chose Coke. They hated me.
Yeah. Check this. So mine, I got this one. I do. It's I mix half peach Fanta and half vanilla Coke. I make a peaches and cream Coke. If you've never tried it,
wow,
give it a try, dude. It's fucking good.
Wow.
Fucking good.
That's one of the most amazing stoner things I've heard in a while. I get really high and be like, dude, let's go have a peach. What'd you say? A peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream Coke, dude. Vanilla Coke and peach Fanta. Mix it up, dude. I'm telling you. It's good shit.
Another thing too, bro. Fam, you got peach Fanta where you're at, bro. I'm about to go to Oregon just for the peach Fanta.
There you go, dude. It's all stoners here, dude. Of course.
And here goes Chase. He said, my cousin is an ICP fan who drinks Faygo. Can't make this up.
Dude, Faygo.
Oh yeah, you ever heard? No, man, you ever heard that song? All the kids they do with songs about drinking lean, like for real. Like when you just listen, it's like it's all, you know what I mean? But they have that one song, Blueberry Fuego, bro. That shit slap. But that's what he was referring to, though. And it had me like blueberry soda. Like, bro, whenever I go to them Italian joints, you can get any kind of soda, right? And that's where it's killing. You know what I mean? Get a blueberry soda, raspberry soda, peach soda.
And Triple X Lex says soda is poison. I definitely agree. I stopped drinking soda like 5 years ago. I stopped.
Listen, I've done a lot of drugs.
Soda's is too weak now.
Well, it's all the syrup shit. Like, I mean, I'll drink those Mexican colas and shit where it's like the real sugar.
The real sugar. Yeah. If I have a soda, it's usually that. Once in a great while, I'll have my peaches. If I'm off the keto diet for a week, I'll have my peaches and cream Coke. But that's it.
I remember when the soda used to come through your nose. You used to burn your nose, put water in your eyes. It doesn't do that anymore. So that's why I like soda. It was like you can eat something and you drink that Pepsi or that Sprite and it burns
that shit. Nose. That's what I fuck with now. The flavored seltzer, dude.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Okay. And you know what it is? It's because we only get fountain drinks now and it's the fake ass syrup, but like if you go get like a bottle of Coke or something, and you like, then that, I mean, at least it's different from the fountain drinks and just the straight syrup.
Like chlorine. I hate sodas that taste like chlorine.
Yeah. My man Dion, what up, bro? Getting that super chat in. I'm going to go get you that extra entry into the signed Darius Leonard jersey giveaway. Don't forget, anyone who leaves a $5 super chat gets an extra entry into the jersey giveaway. We're getting pretty close to 2,500. We are getting close. It is going to go down real soon. And he said, how serious is the new knee injury for Robinson? So we talked about it a little bit earlier. According to the way that they worded the article, well, not even the article, just what the beat reporter said, is they said it seems more precautionary than anything. but Thursday's practice will tell. Friday's practice will tell. And he said, I have Jones and Henry, but got sent this offer today. A.J. Dillon and Pittman for Robinson and Renfro. I don't even know if we should ask TD this because he's probably going to say take Dillon right away. But I am going to throw it. Hold on. I'm going to throw it to TD first because I know you like Dillon and Robinson. So I'm really curious. What side of this trade would you want?
So let me see. He said that's Aaron Jones, right? He says,
No. So, no. Well, I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming Aaron Jones.
Okay. So he says Aaron Jones and Henry, but got sent.
No. Yeah, so the trade is A.J. Dillon and Pittman. He would receive that, and then he would trade away Robinson and Renfro.
I don't know. So Dillon's going to boom for 2 weeks, but when Aaron Jones comes back, they will patty cake him and give him goal line touches to keep him into the game, keep his spirits up. He's no longer going to take a lot of goal line carries, but I don't know if that gives A.J. Dillon the monster ceiling to go ahead and make a trade like this. So I probably would hold off. And if you had a top RB1 and you was going to use A.J. Dillon maybe as an RB2 or a flex, and then but if he's going to be your best RB, then I wouldn't do that.
I mean, I don't usually make trades like this. I mean, everyone who's been on this show for a while, I say if it's a running back and a wide receiver for a running back and wide receiver, it makes your team go from here to here. You know, like literally in the exact same spot. You're just going back and forth with different positions. So I would decline that trade, and I'd figure out a different way to get A.J. Dillon, maybe packaging up 2 or 3 players that doesn't include Robinson.
Well, think about this. It's the 2 players that he's sending, they already had their bye weeks too. And like, so he has 2 weeks of Dillon, which is awesome. And he goes on a bye week. And then Aaron Jones should be back by then when they come back.
Yep.
So, but I am on the side of things that I think A.J. Dillon has solidified his role. And like, you know what I mean? Like they want to make the long run and the weather's getting cold.
Yep.
It's a lot more A.J. Dillon's because they need Aaron Jones right to make the stretch run in the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And just what you said right there, Bogard, that's the only thing that will really kind of sway my decision is if someone's already had their bye week and I'm trading away someone who hasn't had their bye week. A.J. Dillon, you just said it. The players he's receiving, A.J. Dillon hasn't had the bye. Pittman hasn't had the bye. That hurts. You know, that's you getting, you know, that's two bye weeks for the same position is the way that I feel about it. You know, the running back you're trading away, he already had his bye week. Now at that exact same spot, you're about to inherit another bye week.
I think you don't even really have to get like that much into it, to be honest. Let's look at it, simply. A.J. Dillon, he's not going to get as much work. Jones is going to come back soon enough. Yep. You know, Pittman, he's great. I love him. But, you're not losing that much between him and Renfro. And not as much as you're losing by going with Dillon over Robinson. I think Robinson also, he's going to come back soon enough. He's going to be fine. You're just losing too much, not gaining enough back anyway.
And I think the panic probably sets in for someone in like this situation because Jones and Henry, those guys are out, automatically. So if Robinson ends up being out too, then he's completely screwed, needing, 2 running backs to fill. So I understand that, but don't panic. Figure out another way.
I do think it's okay if you have Jones, you can play Jones and Dillon together. And I think that's fine. I've done that in a couple leagues and it worked out. So if you wanted to do it, that's fine. I just don't. To me, it's all about if that's your RB. If A.J. Dillon's your RB1 or Aaron Jones is your RB1, I don't know if I would do that.
Let's see. Paul Zero, what up? He said, sorry, that was a good one. Said my baby was screaming. Might have missed the response. Should I drop Van Jefferson for Calvin Ridley in case he comes back? Okay.
I
was on the Calvin Ridley train pretty hard, and then I wasn't sure what they were going to do with OBJ. He's not taking a bump from he may. I don't think he's going to. I think he's going to stay the same guy, and OBJ's role is the one that's going to increase.
Yep.
No, it's like I still want to let go of Van Jefferson just like that. Like if he has an IR spot, I go drop the kicker or whatever like something I can drop real quick. Go swoop on Ridley, throw him in the IR because he's in there for at least one more week, right?
Well, a lot of leagues you could just throw him straight in the IR. You don't have to do that. I mean, I guess it depends on what platform you're playing, but like in Yahoo, for instance, you can add him straight to the IR.
No way.
I don't think you can in Sleeper, and I know a lot. I mean, in ESPN. Sorry, I know you for sure can't in ESPN, and I think a lot of people play there still.
ESPN sucks. Stop it.
Yeah, until they give us money, I'm not changing my tune.
Money, I would just be like their platform.
Yeah, I'd never use it. I would only talk about how it's okay.
I'd be like, yeah, it's so all right.
Because NFL, yeah, be like Hector. It's the second most all rightest sleeper app or fantasy football app that's out there. All right. So I got you down for that extra entry pulse 0. Good looking. And yeah, I'd be willing to do that. But yeah, like what Tyrant said, check. If it's on Yahoo, you can pick him up. And then he goes like straight into the IR spot. So it depends on what platform you are playing on. And I also like Bogart's option on there too. Yeah, drop a kicker, pick him up.
If you can't add him straight to the IR, do that. Absolutely.
Yeah. Back and pick another kicker up. You know what I mean? And by the way, the only reason kickers are good to me because I always have something I can burn every week. You know what I mean?
But I've got Justin Tucker. Okay. But I've got Justin Tucker. I don't want to drop him. Dude, it doesn't matter. Just take a couple.
Here's a little bit more context for Pulse 0. He said, no IR spots, but Van Jefferson is like my 5th wide receiver. Yeah, if he's like your 5th wide receiver, I'm down to cut bait and just probably never going to play him anyways unless you got huge buys in week 13 or 14.
I'd trade him for a lottery ticket. Why not?
Yep. All right. Derek, what up, bro? Shout out to the Islands. And Derek said, just traded for Corduroy Pimpin. I gave up Javonte Williams and Devonta Smith. I don't need Patterson this week. I just wanted to get him. Thoughts? So
he paid a lot for him, though.
It was. You definitely paid a lot because
he's hurt.
Smith's been getting better. Java Williams is getting better. That's, it's a lot to give up for him.
Probably could have sold high on just like Devontae Smith. You might have been able to do that with an injured Corduroy. You know what I mean? Because that's how I would push it. Like, as soon as the player's injured and you're trying to trade from for the right reason, because when that player's healthy, then he's good. But when they're broken, you don't pay top dollar. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Love the trade of getting the pimp, but I would have tried to pay a little bit less. But either way, if those guys weren't in your starting lineup, like at all, I still like the move to be able to get him, for the playoff push and all that.
I just don't like the Java Williams thing because I think he's going to turn it on. And if Gordon were to get injured, which, we're not hoping for, but if it happens, oh boy.
Yeah, and the last time we saw Melvin Gordon before the bye week, he fumbled the ball.
Yeah, and I don't wish injury upon anyone. I'm the type of guy who really hates people who take victory laps over getting injured.
Oh God, that drives me fucking nuts.
But I did bring up the history of Melvin Gordon and how he's notorious for getting hurt between week 12 and week 15. I swear that happened in 4 out of the 5 of his first seasons. He was healthy for a full 16 in one year out of his first 5 years, but that was it. It wasn't. No, I don't even think it was the rookie year. I think it was his 3rd year or something.
Oh yeah, no, his 3rd year he missed. Didn't he miss a day? That was 2017. That was the baller year.
Yeah, so 2017. That was the year that he didn't miss. The year that everybody loved him, and then the year after that, and the year before, that's when everybody hated him.
He was Diet Todd Gurley.
Yeah, but that year he was for sure.
Yeah, 2017.
Austin, what up, bro? Good looking on the super chat. He said, just got J-Rob and Michael Carter for CEH, Gaskin, and Moss, full PPR redraft. Did I take that W? Got Kamara, J-Rob, and now Carter. Yeah, because I don't want CEH. I don't really want Gaskin, and I don't really want Moss. So you traded those 3 for 2 players that I would really like to have on my team.
That is phenomenal. The phenomenal job done. He gets the Bogey Award.
Oh yeah.
I like Moss, but he's there's too many running backs there right now. So yeah, I love the trade. That's great.
And CH ain't even back yet, and they have a bye week next week. So if he ain't practicing,
And Gaskin's a matchup based starter at best.
Exactly.
This might be the best matchup for him the rest of the season is this week.
Yeah, I was going to say I actually have him as a bump this week. Just but that's it.
Yep.
Let's see. And from Twitch, Aiden, what up? Said, do I do Henry for Pittman and Mixon? I would.
Just dynasty?
I'm assuming it's redraft unless they tell me it's dynasty.
Henry, what Henry?
Derrick Henry.
They gonna trade Derrick Henry in redraft?
Do that like yesterday.
There's a lot of people who are still, because they're talking about week 15 being his target week to come back.
Okay.
I mean, if it's redraft, hell yeah, I'm doing it. But
there's some people who are of the mindset that he's coming back. He's going to win people championships. So if I could trade away Derrick Henry for something like Pittman and Mixon, right now, I'm just going to take that.
Yes.
Redraft, yeah.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that also would get you the Bogey Award.
All right, come on, guys. 6 more subs on TD's channel, Fantasy Good Sports. Let's get them there. All right, let's get them there. And let me see. The only other pieces of news that we have is so Matt Rule, he says that Cam is trending towards starting this week. And him getting out there on like the first drive of the game, I think we all already knew that, but at least he reiterated it a little bit here.
I didn't know that. I wish I would have known that.
Oh, no. I didn't know that he was going to play at all last
okay.
week. I'm saying, like, after we all saw him come in and play, I think we all kind of knew that he'd be trending towards starting this week.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
They said he was going to be active.
As he said himself, he's back.
Yep.
In a high, squeaky voice, but he's back.
Yeah.
I'm back. It wasn't squeaky. I don't know why Bogard said that, man. It wasn't squeaky. We couldn't hear him. He was in a stadium full of thousands of people.
I didn't say it was squeaky. I said it was high pitched. Like he was so joyful that he felt like a kid again, to the degree that even his voice reverted back to before puberty. And he was you felt the joy. And I know all of us, when we saw it happen, we felt the joy with him.
I got crunk. Yeah, I was crunk, but I didn't feel that he was like, I'm back.
That's exactly how it sounded. That was like the best one I've heard in a while.
Yeah, he was a couple shades below. What is that? Get up off of that thing, where he starts. I'm back. He was like a couple notches below, or higher, a couple notches higher than that.
A couple octaves. Maybe.
Yeah.
You need to go put that as one of your cues, Hustler.
Yeah, man, Noble would like that too much because that's one of his favorite songs.
Get up off your feet.
And Matt, what up, bro? Said if Corduroy is good to play, you guys trust him. Trust is a very strong word, especially in the fantasy football world. He said, or would you roll with someone like Tony or Elijah Mitchell, Wilson? And cheers, by the way, fellas. Damn, like I hate Tony. I don't want to play Tony. Elijah Mitchell, he didn't practice today. We didn't really talk about him too much. Yeah. We're waiting for Thursday and Friday practice. We already knew he wasn't going to practice today.
Yes, it's all about the Friday practice. If he barely goes out to the limited Friday, then I don't want to play that. I think with Elijah Mitchell and Wilson, I would try to wait to see what goes on with Elijah Mitchell and Wilson and make that decision.
Because he's got the pimp playing on Thursday, he needs to make a decision by Thursday's game. And we will be back, Matt. We're gonna have some more streams before then, so we'll have more news about Corduroy as well. But I'm nervous about him right now.
You know what? It went from like a speculative high ankle, and then he was limited, and then now it's a game time decision. Like I might. If he has another option like Mitchell, that's another one you have to wait down. And then Tony, I don't like trusting Tony, but he's actually in a game where they're going to be targeted heavy. You know what I mean?
Real quick, Bogard, you know that these pimps out here be some fast-talking, slick motherfuckers. You think Corduroy Pimpin' is going to slick talk his way into the game, whether he can play or not, and then just be kind of a decoy-ish player?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Honestly, if Patterson's playing, I gotta play him.
yeah, because he's just would hit the other guys he has.
Unless you truly believe the Falcons are gonna get 0 points. You know, I mean, someone's got to score some points. It ain't going to be Matt Ryan. It ain't going to be, I don't think it's going to be Kyle Pitts. I think it's going to be Patterson. If he plays, you got to roll with it.
Is Patterson is going to, like, the running backs catch, they give up the third most receptions in the league, running backs. This is New England's defense. So it's like, and Mike Davis hasn't really been the guy. You know what I mean? Everyone's rushing to pick up Wayne Gallman. Like it's the only thing that sucks is it's a short week, and I on the side that I don't think the pimp plays, bro.
It's not looking good. That's all I'm going to say. On Thursday, I mean, as soon as I saw that news, I mean, that's why we didn't even talk about it on Monday because there was so much speculation. But a lot I heard was Cat Williams when he talked about being shot. Pimp down, pimp down. Man, Corduroy, just get better. We need you out there. We need you out there. And Second Take Extra said Mitchell is expected to play, guys. I mean, it's all coach speak from Shanahan. So, I mean, I don't even think he used the word expected. It was something else that kind of sounded like maybe there was like a little bit of optimism or hope.
But also,
I think I would play Mitchell over Corduroy. But if he practiced like tomorrow and then Friday not full, but you just get the vibe that he's going to play, he's going to be okay, then maybe. But I don't like playing. I don't know, man. Atlanta don't seem like the offense is that good. I say Mike Davis, if they did score, Mike Davis could get a touchdown. Maybe the coaches just say, listen, let's give Mike Davis a patty cake touchdown. I just don't know about Corduroy Patterson if he's hurt because he's dynamic. He needs to be able to run routes and do a lot of different things for this team.
You know what though? I think they secret hate Mike Davis.
Yeah,
they don't like him. They don't like him. I mean, we're talking about someone who hasn't been a thing in the NFL since 2012, and they like kept him under wraps. Kept the pimp under wraps like the whole offseason. We talked about it.
Gallman out touched Davis 15-4. I mean, I ain't putting my trust in Davis. Sorry,
but also too, Gallman got a lot of those touches. And when they took Matt Ryan out, you know what I mean? Because it was already like a crazy blowout. So there's that too, but it's still notable because maybe it's not so much a secret. It's out. They hate Mike Davis.
Yeah, they do. I agree with that. But if Corduroy's out, who you think they give it to Wayne Gallman all week? I mean, all game.
Wayne Gallman's more dynamic. I mean, look at he showed.
I think it's a committee.
Can we use a different word than dynamic, please? Can we use a different word than dynamic?
All right. How about this? He's Mike Davis, but better.
There we go. Okay, there we go.
They can run. They can catch the ball and they can run.
Yeah, he won games last week for the Giants.
Wayne Gallman.
Don't sleep on Wayne Gallman. He can have some good games. A lot of people will sleep on him, but dude, he'll put together a 15 to 16 point game out of nowhere.
He'll put him a dub. Like, no, I'm not saying he's gonna do that this Thursday, but when he was replacing Saquon, he was putting up dub every week.
Yeah, the touchdowns. He was killing with touchdowns.
Yeah, like come on, he got a nose for the end zone.
He does.
I'm saying that. Why do you think the Niners picked him up and took a look at him? You know what I mean? That's a type of Niner back, someone who's dynamic. Wayne Gallman, you know what it is? Because back in the days, I was big on Wayne Gallman, but also at one point I was also big on a Rashad Penny. So you know what I mean? Sometimes we miss. You know what I mean? But I like Wayne Gallman. I just think. Mike Davis, when you pay someone money like that, he's gonna be the guy, and it just took him 8 weeks to be like, no.
And I was big on Mike Davis just so I got to take those lumps. I was way off on that. I have no excuse for that other than he just didn't perform the way he needed to. But this is what I will say, just a little caveat. Who knew? I didn't know they was going to give Cordell Patterson this opportunity. I've been thinking he did deserve that opportunity. So go ahead.
Okay. Here's how crazy. Like, so we've been doing this show since before the season started. Like, literally before the season started, we've been doing this show, and we've been doing it every Monday through Friday. One of the first pieces of news that we really covered on this show, I can't remember what day it was. It was before the season started. It was news.
Arthur Smith.
Yeah, it was Arthur Smith was being like, he would not say who the backup running back was. Like, everyone was trying to figure out who's the backup running back, who's backing up Mike Davis. He would not say, but it was this big news about him just keeping this shit hush hush and under wraps. So we knew something was up. We knew something was amiss. So when Corduroy Pimpin' came out in week 1, like, we were talking about it like that next Monday, you know, because we literally talked about it that week before. And most of us who were on this, we picked up Corduroy week 2 waivers, you know, because of everything that we knew. So we didn't know until we saw that game, but we knew something was amiss. And that we knew they were just being too weird about all that.
Right? Everybody naturally assumed it was Gallman because they just picked up Gallman the day we cut him. We cut Wayne Gallman, then they pick him up and ship him out to Atlanta. Here comes Wayne Gallman now. And everyone's assuming, like, oh, does he just step into the number 2? Even before that, it was Deontay Foreman there because he was with Arthur Smith
and Hawkins and Small Hawkins too, the rookie Javion Hawkins.
Javion.
Yep, Javion Hawkins. There you go.
Javion Hawkins, right? And like, so it was like a whole cluster, but he wanted a running back in the system. We knew that. I mean, I'm not saying there was anyone there that was like Derrick Henry, but this is the offensive coordinator that just came from having Derrick Henry. So it's like you knew the running back's going to be emphasized.
Yes.
And you look at the pimp rose to the occasion, bro. You see all those names we just named? There was hella running backs there.
Yep.
It's insane. All right. So we're going to be getting to a couple questions and answers here. I'm just going to give a reminder for anybody who wasn't on the show. I'm even going to help you guys out here. Go back to the first 10 minutes of the show. I put a secret word at the beginning of the show for people who've been rocking with us this entire time. You guys know what the word is. We're going to be asking for that very soon. Don't put it in yet because you're going to spoil it. Don't put it in yet. We're going to be talking about Super Draft Pro here pretty soon. We need 3 more subs for our man TD. Come on. Let's get there. 3 more subs. I just put the link in the description. Let's get it there. We really just need 2 more because Bogard's got 1 in the chamber right now. He's ready to lock and load. So 2 more. Let's go. Do it right now. And we're going to talk about Super Draft Pro. First off, it's legal in all 50 states. It's fucking awesome. I mean, I know guys like Derek who are in Hawaii. He's not able to do it. Tyrant's in Oregon. He's not able to do it. I know I got friends in Vegas who aren't able to play DFS. It's legal everywhere. And I know there's some people like, oh, it's new. Maybe I won't like the way, like the app feels or the website feels. Guess what? They balled out. They got the exact same development team that developed DraftKings and FanDuel also designed this website and app, Super Draft Pro. So make sure you guys go get on it right now. It's subscription-based. That's how you get it anywhere in the United States and Canada, okay? There's a free tier. If you guys just want to go play, go have some fun, go get on that. Trust me, you will bump that up. I'm on the $100 tier. TD's on the $100 tier, and it's fun. And you're on the what?
I'm on the way. I'm always late.
Bogard's on the way. He's going to be there. It's dope. 4 contests every single day. And 2 more. We need 2 more. Let's go.
Sometimes more, Hustler. I had 6 free ones the other day because they bought in the poker one.
Yeah. And so 4 is just the minimum that you're going to get on that $100 one. I've already made like $140 in the last 2 weeks. My subscription's already paid for. Let's get it. Like this is easy money. There's only hundreds of people in these contests, not thousands, not tens of thousands, not millions.
And it wasn't no fuck shit to cash your joint either, huh?
Nope. Get an e-check sent right to you. All you got to have is $10 in that joint. Yep. That's it. $10, and you can just get an e-check just right to your email, print it out, deposit it straight to your account real quick.
The e-bag, B.
Oh, yeah. So check this out. I'm going to give a little bit more of a description. It's Super Draft Pro. Everyone who's on this stream has a link in their YouTube channel description. So make sure you go click on it. Go do it right now, even if it's the free one. But minimum, I say get in on the $20 one. Spend a couple bucks. And we're going to be right back. And for those who are here and heard about the free money is coming real soon. Real soon.
In a world where hope was fading and isolation was growing between friends, family, and fun, and people began to yearn for a better way to earn.
Okay, we've had enough drama in recent history. It's time to reconnect, kick off the game, and play to win cash and prizes. SuperDraft Pro is the official fantasy partner of Caesars Entertainment. Yes, that's Caesars. This isn't your grandmother's bingo night. Imagine the exciting chance opportunity of Las Vegas, only bigger, in the palm of your hand. And imagine the energy of the crowd and the love of your favorite game, connecting you and literally every single person you know playing daily fantasy sports, all while getting paid. This is SuperDraft Pro, and you can stop imagining. Experience it for yourself. Simply download the SuperDraft app and sign up by creating an account. Be a player, or be a coach building teams of players with a range of membership packages that suit your level of interest. And guess what? We know, and you probably know too, that this is a multi-billion-dollar industry with roughly 60 million people playing in North America alone. So, what's new or different about the SuperDraft Pro that's actually a game changer? That's an easy answer. And I literally mean easy. The SuperDraft app is super user-friendly, so playing is easy. So when you play, your chances to win can be easier than other traditional fantasy sports games. It's also set up to level the playing field with our exclusive patent-pending games, which allow you to pick the players you like and the players you trust. This is your draft, your way. See? This really is changing how the game is played. And it's even a game changer for business, because not only can you get paid to play, you can get paid when other people play when you become a SuperDraft promoter by sharing the app. Making money doesn't have to be a grind. Turn your business based at home into your home-based playground, getting paid to play, having fun, wherever you are. Because this virtual model is high speed and low drag, SuperDraft Pro plans to eventually capture the imagination of the world by going global with a simple, proven business that never sleeps. Join the fun. Play, get paid, and tell everybody. Download the SuperDraft and Sportsbook app today. Available on iOS and Android.
SuperDraft Pro, rated F, UN.
Okay, that's enough. You're done.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, go get involved. All of our links are in the description. It's super fun. Every single day we're playing. So today, there's no football, but we got basketball, picking basketball lineups. Second take extra. Where are you at? I need some help with that lineup. So the lineup that you gave me wouldn't fill everything. I need 3 guards. That's what we need for tonight. 3 guards, 3 forwards, and 1 center. That is the lineup that we got for basketball for tonight. And I got 4 lineups. 4 lineups.
I'm going to delete some of your friends.
Ha, nope. All right. And let's see.
Hey, I have shoes on. I can't get them.
There we go. Second take extra said, yo, got you. Appreciate that, bro.
Hey, I'm going to delete some of your friends.
Hey, you relax. Not deleting anybody, mister.
Yes, I am.
He's hyped about his party, and he wants to go already.
Yeah.
Who can blame him, man? You got a party going on.
I know that's
Can't wait
right.
for that shit.
So he's going to Dave & Buster's with his Grammy to start, and then we're gonna meet him there in an hour or 2. So,
Did you get him something special?
So I mean, the party that we got him was a lot more expensive than we thought. But I wasn't really sure what he wanted, and every day is his damn birthday, you know. But there was this one like old school like WCW toy that he's like that I was probably gonna sell. Like who knows, maybe worth something one day. It was like it was a Goldberg like action figure, and it came with this truck, and it was like a special edition one. And I know he's wanted that one forever, so I gave that one to him, and he was super stoked about it.
Nice.
That's one thing cool about collecting these action figures from when we were younger.
Yeah, man, I couldn't collect none of them. All mine broken and gone. I was a big Power Rangers guy, and I can't find not one of them right now.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything from when I was that young.
I got a box full of wrestling toys. I'm just waiting to unload that on my daughter when she's older. She's a year and a half now. We put on wrestling. She loves watching it. So by the time she's 3 or 4, she's gonna want to play with them shits. And I'm like, here's a whole box of them.
Yep. And I know before he even really started watching wrestling, I had some of the old action figures and stuff that I've had for a long time. So like Owen Hart and Stone Cold and The Rock, from way back in the day. And I mean, he hasn't even seen them really wrestle. It's crazy because like his connection to The Rock is like Moana.
Right. Yeah.
So that's like really insane to me is that was his favorite movie when he was 1. That was the first movie that he would sit and not move through when he was like 1 year old. And so just insane because when I'm 11 and 12, I'm listening to The Rock, just be a savage on the mic in WWF. And like, yeah, now he's just a cartoon character. My son doesn't really even know the face behind the cartoon. And let's see. Whoa, why is Hollywood questionable? Man, Hollywood is always questionable.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably just limited at practice. Like it was nothing even worth mentioning. It wasn't even brought to the table for me. Ed Tay said, any news on D Harris? I believe he's off the injury report, so he's going to play. So everyone who was like going crazy about Ramondre Stevenson, not saying he was a 1-week wonder, but Harris is the main dude.
Yep.
He's going to be the main dude, but, still pick up Stevenson because, first of all, if Harris goes down, boom. Even if he doesn't, Belichick could change his mind and just flip that shit around real quick. Yep. You never know. I mean, Stevenson's going to be worth something.
Yeah. So, Hus, let me ask you this. Would you play Dearness Johnson or Ramondre Stevenson? If Chubb
I guess what sucks if Chubb and Dearness play. So a lot of it would really come. I mean, I guess we would have to know by tomorrow, really, to make a decision, on something like that. That's what would kind of suck. And I think
he ain't practiced enough.
If everyone's healthy, I'm going Stevenson.
Ooh,
Harris. Yeah,
he's practiced. He practiced since Monday.
Did he? Okay. I heard he was out. I'm sorry about that. I thought he was.
No, it was what's it called? Limited practice. And then yesterday he was trending in the right direction. Then today on Wednesday, now he's not even on the injury report.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No, he's good.
So
he'll be good to go. But I mean, if everybody's healthy, I'm saying Stevenson.
Okay.
So wait, Damien Harris is healthy, you said?
Yeah, he's off the injury report. He's good to go.
Yeah, then I think I think it'll be a bit of a 3-headed backfield, but I think Damien Harris probably get 50% of the work.
So here was the question, and this is a really good for the puff pass fantasy puff pass session. Is we'd have to do it before Thursday though. Or on Thursday, Dearness Johnson or Stevenson, and this is assuming that Chubb plays.
Oh, this is assuming Chubb plays. Man, I'd probably go Stevenson. The matchup is lovely.
Oh, yeah.
And I like the Patriots. They're on fire right now. They ripped off, was it 4 straight?
4 straight.
So, and they're, the fire's still burning. They're going to go in there and tear that thing down. And there's going to be a lot of, there's going to be a lot of running. Like, listen, I'm not saying they're the Jets, but when they beat up on the Jets, every single running back went crazy. So I actually don't. In this case, I'm going Ramondre Stevenson.
So I just try to think of the range of outcomes. Like we already know there's going to be a bunch of range of outcomes. We try to think about it. One of the range of outcomes that I see is that the Patriots defense completely shuts down the Falcons. It's a very close game. Falcons don't even score 10 points, maybe 10 points, but single-digit game. And they just keep giving the ball to Dame. And they don't even need to get too many other people involved on a normal basis.
You know what? Here's my version. In my version, it's a different type of Patriots because Belichick, even with Brady, as much as they would and they wanted to, they're going to run up the scoreboard, bro. They're going to run it up on the Falcons.
All right, Bogard, it's time. Go do it. Go do it. Go do
it. I got to agree with Bogey on that one and see. I kind of see where he was going with that. At that rate, you know, they're going to start, you know, they might even pull Harris back, and you might see even more of Stevenson if they get up big. You know, I think the defense is going to take care of the Falcons, and if that's the case, then yeah, I say they start just, you know, running Stevenson out, see what he can do, you know, that kind of thing. You know, three-headed back when you have that much running that you're going to be doing when you got such a weak run defense, it's not a bad thing.
Yep.
So
go ahead.
Real quick, and I'll throw this back to you, TD. So the at least my thought process behind, like, you know, maybe sitting Harris or something like that or going slow with him, it was a concussion that he had. So it's not a hamstring or like anything like that. Like usually when you get a concussion, you're good to go. At least that's my thoughts behind it. What's your thoughts, TD?
Yeah, so Bill Belichick, he sat down Malcolm Butler in the Super Bowl.
Oh, wait, you know what? I got to cut you off right there.
Okay.
1K for TD.
Fuck yeah.
Nobody.
Smoke it up. Congratulations, man.
TD.
Congrats, dude.
Appreciate it. I got to go to the store and get me a six-pack.
We did
Nobody.
it. I can't lie, that felt good, man. I'm happy.
Nobody, baby. I appreciate that hustler, man. I really do, bro.
Major milestone, dude.
We had to make that playoff push for you right there.
We got you next, Fantasy Tyrant. We got you next, bro.
Hey, thanks, man. Hey, you know, I was before I started this season, I was like I was like 150, and now I'm at 563. It's gonna happen, dude. It's happening.
Yeah,
it's happening this season. Let's get it there. But no, 1,000 for you, man. Congratulations.
Thank you,
yeah,
bro.
It can happen by the end of the season, that's for sure. Especially like the steam that you're building. Like we're gonna be collabing a lot more, and like I mean everything that I got going on right now. Like I just want to do more shows where it's like we're multi-streaming on people's channels, you know, because like there's really enough for all of us to eat. I mean, everybody eats. We got 6 billion people in the world. You know, there's people who are gonna chime in on other people's, you know, channels and not on ours, and that's cool. I don't care. Like we just all want to get our face and our voice out there as much as possible.
Yep. And the subscribers doesn't really like subscribers is what people need to move their channel to the next level. The views is for everybody. You're not going to hurt. You can't take away nobody else's views. You know, so like I said, I appreciate that hustler and Tyrant. We're gonna do the same thing for you, and I appreciate you too, Bogard. You had the gun and you had the last bullet, bro.
Yeah.
There we go. That's big time, man. That's big time. Everyone throwing the congrats in there. And I know last year, I mean, last year was when I hit the 1,000 subs and almost felt unreal. You know, just always a grind to get there. Like the first 1,000, anybody who does anything on YouTube, really any kind of social media, anything, first 1,000 is the hardest.
It is. I've grinded. I've worked 2 jobs, come home, have to drink a cup of coffee to do a video. I don't know if you know anything about that, hustler.
Nah, I just smoke weed, and if I fall asleep on my videos, I'm just on brand.
See, that's the difference, man. See, y'all, that's all I can say, man. I gotta move places.
Yeah, man, we gotta get you out to the West Coast.
Yes,
man,
sir.
they already knew what was up. I mean, everywhere on the West Coast, completely legal. You know, doesn't matter where you go, whether it's California, Oregon, Washington, you're all in the hood.
And just listen, man. All you gotta do is shoot the Addy, bro, because we got the most phenomenal delivery services these days.
All right, and then I think now's as good a time as ever. So we're gonna do it. Don't forget. 3 winners right now. Throw the secret word, what I said in the beginning, in the chat. The first 3 people to put the secret word in there, you're getting a free $20 that you're going to be able to use on the Super Draft Pro. And what you're going to do, so you have to go sign up. You put the $20. You send me the screenshot. I'm literally going to Cash App you. I can't do Venmo, but if we need Venmo, we'll figure out a way to get it to you either way. And, and we got it. So Matt got the first one. Antonio got the second one. Chase got the third one. There we go. All right. And let's see whose channels those were on. I know.
Snoogin.
I
think that was yours.
Okay, so look, so everybody was on my channel here, and you know what I'm gonna do? If everyone's gonna sign up right now, I'm gonna do it for those first 5 people who got it in there. I'll give you each $20 for going and getting signed up. And you know what? I'm even gonna do it for Frank. There we go, because everyone literally sent it in at the exact same minute. Everyone sent it at the exact same minute. So here's what you got to do. You got to go get signed up on Super Draft Pro. You get signed up on the $20 subscription plan. Okay. You send me a DM. I mean, most of you guys, Antonio, you already know where to DM me. Frank, you already know where to DM me. Everybody else, just go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. Hit me up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, one of the two. You could go to Discord in there. You can go get in the Discord and you can message me through there. But go ahead and do that. Everyone who threw it in. So the 6 people who threw it in. So Toby, he also threw it in. I believe this is on TD's channel. So that's the only one that came in on TD's channel. So it's up to him if he's going to do that for you. But we were talking about it a little bit before.
Let me see, Toby. I don't see Toby over here, Hustler.
Oh, you know what? He said Snoogans, bruh, and I guess it was on mine. But he said bruh, and I just assumed that was on your channel. Okay. So Toby, you may be in a little bit of luck. Just go ahead, just shoot me a DM. Shoot me a DM. We'll figure something out here. All right, Chase. Yeah, hit me up on Twitter. We want people who are fucking with the show. Yeah. And everyone here who's been here for 100% of the time, I'm gonna do a little bit to give a little bit back to you guys and get you guys involved with this, because I know more people are gonna win money when they get on here.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
And Matt said I got to get that Discord. Yeah, hell yeah, man. So shoot me a DM. I mean, I swore I gave you the link for Discord. It should have been in there when you signed up as a YouTube member. But just go to fantasyfootballhustler.com. Go shoot me a DM. I'll get you in Discord since you signed up as a YouTube member. All right, here we go. We're dumpster diving here. We are dumpster diving. Who wants to go first? Start Freeman or Foreman?
I'm always go with Freeman. I love Lamar Jackson running backs. It's easy for them to score. If they get in the green zone, like last week with Miami, they didn't get in the green zone. But I'm going to just say Freeman because I still think AP, and I call it patty cake carries, where you get in 1 yard line and they give it to him. So I still think Adrian Peterson is going to get those type of carries. So I'll go with who was the guy? I'm sorry, Freeman. I'll go with Freeman.
Now, who before anyone else chimes in next, Latavius Murray was at practice today, limited. Yep. Still don't know anything. It's Wednesday, but being limited, we assume he's trending in the right direction and coming back.
If he's getting a limited practice in on Wednesday, chances are he's going to be playing. And if that's the case, then I'm going to go with Foreman personally. When you look at everyone was talking about AP or McNichols, and really it's Foreman that was getting more touches than them. And I think that continues. I think that Foreman, it's a mess there. I'll say that. But I think, I just barely really over Freeman. I think with Laddie Murray coming back, though, you're going to see a lot less from Freeman. If you heard, they also dropped Lev Bell. So, yes. That's that maybe gives a little bit more to Freeman. But I think if Latavius Murray is back, he's going to be back in full, and I'm worried about that. I like Foreman a little bit more.
What, man?
Real quick. Second Take Extra said, TD, you going to do a 1K sub live stream tomorrow?
It depends on what the guys with Bogard and Hustler got to do. They probably got streams, so I'm planning on maybe Saturday. I think they might be free on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
So it's up to y'all guys because I want to bring you guys on and Iggy and one other person.
What time? What time?
Go ahead.
Hey, what time are you?
I don't know what time would be good for y'all. What y'all got going on Saturday?
Because we got a show at 9:30 your time. So if I could do anything before that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll go before that. We'll say that'll be 6 o'clock for y'all and 9 o'clock for me.
Yeah, and then come, join us on the playmakers right after.
Yes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can do that.
Oh
There
yeah.
we go. In full swing. And Ed, there we go. Any news on Sterling Shepard? Just that it's not looking good. Just that it's not looking
Who's
good.
on the sideline?
Yep. Oh, and going back to that question, what was the Freeman or Foreman? I'm on the Foreman side of things, but either way, it's going to be trash. I kind of don't want either parts of this, but if I'm just guessing, I'm guessing Foreman
Against the Texans, though, I mean, it's a good matchup if he gets enough carries.
Revenge narrative. Let's go.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's going to be such a trash narrative for him.
I like it.
More, but I'm more confident in DFS. You know what I mean? And it's hard, man. With Foreman, they should be whooping them up. So I think the running backs actually get 10 to 12 carries. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Pearson and Foreman. You know what I mean? And I think
Whoop that trick.
Yeah, and Mick Nichols is someone you don't want to play because this game's going to be one of those, it's going to be one of those games they're just whooping, bro.
I mean, he's nothing more than a flex in 12-team or higher leagues, or than, like you said, in DFS for me. But, I mean, he could be a sneaky play.
Yeah.
All right. And Steven C., good looking on the super chat, bro. I got you down for that extra entry. He said, pick one, double-barreled Daryl, Damien Harris, Ayuk, Beasley. In case Harris is out, I have Stevenson to put in the mix. Harris is going to play. He got a full go at practice today, and that's where I'm rolling.
If this game wasn't a Thursday, I would say play both Harris and Stevenson because they're going to eat, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, you think, I mean,
I just don't want to. I don't want to recommend it because I don't like getting way behind on a Thursday. This is the game script I see. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those do as I say, not as I do type of things. You know what I mean? I would take Damien. He's the number one.
I think really for me, it's between Harris and D. Will. And I think, up against the Dallas Cowboys D, they've been really good against the run lately. And so I'm a little bit worried about Williams there. So I'm giving it, and it's a good matchup for Harris. I think I get the slight lean toward Harris on that one.
Do we have any news about Clyde? Because if Clyde's not coming back, this, I do expect a big game. That should be a high point total game. You know what I mean? But I'm going to take the side of the Patriots are going to be whooping up and just eat the clock and just moving the ball in every which way because that defense sucks.
Last I heard from Andy Reid, it says there's a chance that they're not going to activate him until after the bye.
Yeah, see?
That's what I'm hearing. And I'm leaning that way. I feel the same way. I think Williams does play. But I do think that it's I against Dallas D, I don't trust it as much. Slight lean toward Harris still.
You know what? All things considered now, I do like D. Will. He's gonna fall into 5 or 6. You know what I mean? And on a game that I think a shootout. You know what I mean?
Long CEH is out. I'm going Darrell Williams. It's rough, but with this Kansas City, you got to stop those weapons, and it just leaves Darrell just to get touchdowns and get catches like he did last game. So I think Darrell is the safest play.
Yeah, we everything we've heard about CEH right now is all speculatory. Nothing set in stone or anything. And yeah, their bye week is next week, so it just makes sense that if he's not close, if he's not back to where he needs to be, now you sit him out for this week, and then he's got, in a whole other week, to get back for. And if they would have lost, maybe that's different, but I don't even feel like Clyde is doing anything to make their team that much better anyways. So better to get him back to 100.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are we at here?
I used to love Clyde so much and what he could be, and now I just kind of think he sucks. How do you not produce with Patrick Mahomes? You know what I mean?
And second take extra. Now you're confusing me. You gave me 2 lineups. Which one's better? Because I was going with whatever lineup you gave me. I was just putting that for all 4 of my contests. I got them both screenshotted to my desktop, though. You tell me, bro. You tell me. And everyone get those lineups in. Basketball, you got to have them in by 4:30 Pacific time. So don't forget about that. So there's still a few hours before that, but hour and a half or so. Let's see. A couple more questions and we're getting up out of here. Appreciate you guys tapping in on the show. Appreciate you guys who ended up winning the Super Draft Pro, the free money that I'm about to give you guys. Appreciate that for you guys tapping in for the whole time, and appreciate everyone who helped TD get to 1,000 subs on the show. Fire.
Hell yeah.
100.
Hell yeah.
Right.
Let's see. Trying to find a few other ones. And Ben the Rockin' Canes Willis. What you talking about, Willis? And said, hey, I picked up Damien Harris today. Fuck, you picked him up today? Like, nice. Do you think I should start him versus the Falcons? It depends on who you got, but I am leaning a heavy yes.
Yeah, I mean, if you picked him up, if you're in a 6-team league, in which case, who else are you starting at running back? Yeah, we have to know who else you're starting at running back, but yeah, I'd say it's a good play, definitely.
Oh, here was one that I missed. Second Take Extra said Cam or Russell Wilson, and it's so crazy that Russell Wilson's kind of fallen that far from grace already, just in one bad game. He's going back home this week. It is versus the Cardinals. And I kind of want to start Cam.
Man, that one's tough. I mean, no Chase Young. You know what I mean? It's just, is it what's more reliable right now? Like 75% Wilson, or perhaps limited capacity knowledge of this new playbook, Cam Newton. You know what I mean?
It looked like his limited knowledge didn't give a shit when he was on the goal line and just ran it in.
That's what I'm playing Cam for. And he got CMC to get him down to the green zone.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, because for Cam too, that's all instinctive, right? You know what I mean?
Hell yeah! Give me the ball and let me run, find the hole. That's it. Get behind some blockers.
Yep.
We're going Cam Newton. What about fuck Russell Wilson?
Oh man, Cam, he's back. He's back.
Mr. Unlimited, my ass.
Well, no, I mean, I really just think, TD was talking, when we were talking about it on Monday, if his finger can't move, it just like, that bring it on. He needs those spirit fingers. And if one of those fingers can't have the full range of motion that he needs it to have, it just messes up his ball 0.5%, 0.33%. It doesn't matter. That's like the difference between Russ and an average quarterback.
Yeah.
But see, my point is that means you're telling me there's a limit, Mr. Unlimited, my ass. And you're also telling me what his middle finger has lost its spirit.
Yeah, I gotta see it from him. I gotta see him get back into, I gotta see him cook up again. Because he wasn't cooking last week, and until he starts cooking again, I ain't starting him again.
Yeah.
Sean Walton is their offensive coordinator. He's a product of Sean McVay. He was Sean McVay's OC for the past couple seasons. And what I don't get is if you have Tyler Lockett and DK, just scheme them up short and let them.
Exactly. That's what they did with Geno the week before.
Exactly.
I agree with that 100%. And listen, man, if you want DK in our dynasty league, you come make an offer for him.
Okay.
Way, bro.
Okay, we'll talk. I got Elijah Moore for you.
All right. Okay, we'll talk. We'll see. I might, I'll have to get something more than this Elijah Moore, but
I know. I'm just saying that.
I got you.
I'll see your DK with Elijah Moore.
That's a good question. DK Metcalf or Elijah Moore in Dynasty?
Yeah.
No, that's the starting point.
One.
It's the starting point. It's definitely going to end up that. It's going to be more to it for sure.
Of course.
And Triple X Legs, dang, yes, we did do the secret word. We did it 10 minutes ago. Sorry, bro. It's not going to be the last time I do it. I'm going to mix it in randomly, here and there. It'd just be a cool little incentive. It's not always going to be on this show. It might be on a Q&A. We may only do 2 spots. It may be on one of the late night shows. So you just got to tap in. It'll be something I'm going to be doing on a normal basis. I want to give back, and that's one way I can give back to you guys for sure. All right. And my man Frank, Big Frank, said that start Freeman, Collins, McKissick, Wilson, or Stevenson. Fuck. I think I want to go. I think I want to go McKissick and just hope there's a grip and check down work again.
He didn't really get a lot though. That's the thing.
Yeah, I might have to go with
I like
Collins.
Jeff Wilson, bro.
I might have to go with Collins.
Yeah, I agree, Petey. I'm liking Collins out of that bunch.
It's close. Stevenson probably might boom. Knowing Bill Belichick and knowing that, hey, you play good and you play the way you did, rookie, I'm gonna give you a shot. Bill, it seems to me that he would make that move, but we talking. I'm gonna give you the safe play. The safest play to me would be Collins.
Well, I think it depends on what happens with Mitchell, but I'm seeing him trending toward playing. So obviously, if he doesn't play, I would go Wilson. But with Mitchell playing, yeah, Collins.
Yeah, if Mitchell don't play, Wilson's a smash.
Yes,
right, because he'll get the receptions too.
Oh yeah,
but
look what he did last year.
Right now, as it stands right now, I do like Collins. I was bigging Collins up earlier that like he should get a massive workload. I think this is a game they win. This is a get right game for them, and obviously I'm rooting for it because then they'll kind of start to bring them down a little in the division race. I mean, not saying that my Niners have a chance, but it's just I like that like it's not so far from who we're under. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Well, he's the only one of that bunch that's the starting running back. I mean, Latavius Murray's coming back. Gibson, they're finally investing in him. He's finally doing well again. Mitchell's likely going to play. Harris is likely going to play. So, yeah, I got to lean Collins on that one.
Yep.
And so here's all I'm going to say before we go to the next one. McKissick did outscore Collins like last week. I mean, both of them had bullshit work. Collins only had 41 yards and one catch for 8 yards. And I know it was against the Green Bay Packers, and they did their thing. But pretty much everybody, among
Green Bay defense is so underrated.
Well, yeah, I mean, we definitely give the respect it's due on this show.
On this show, I'm talking about overall.
Yeah, because no one's used to them actually having a good defense. It's like normally not a thing.
I mean, if you don't watch the games and you just look at the box score and then look at Aaron Rodgers' stats, and you'd be like, wow, they're winning without Aaron Rodgers going crazy every week. You know what I mean? That shows you that the run game's working and that defense is playing. And like, I don't want to say they're underrated because they arrived a minute ago. I mean, this going back to like week 2. You know what I mean? Just like they're one of the teams that's giving up the lowest points. Week 1 was just like a fluke. You know what I mean? It was like a preseason game or something.
And JC Money designed. He reminded us of my nickname for Russell Wilson, Rust Wilson.
Yeah.
The limited man.
Yes.
Steven C. Good looking on the super chat. If the status of CEH is unclear by Thursday, D. Will or Harris. I mean, I know that TD talked about it on Monday that the Cowboys run defense is pretty trash, but I think I'm going with Harris still.
I'm gonna go with D. Will. I don't think he got enough practice for Thursday. Not with Bill Belichick. That's just my opinion. So I will go with D. Will. CEH is out.
Yeah, slight lean toward Harris for me, just because the matchup's better. But I mean, it's a slight lean. Really, at that point, I mean, we're talking 55-45. So if in your gut you're feeling D. Will, go D. Will. I mean, but for me, it's a slight lean toward Harris.
Woo!
We lost Alex there for a second. We lost Alex there.
If
I'm back.
If Bill Belichick is seeing Ramondre Stevenson practice all week full, that's going to be tough for D. Harris to come in there and take that vibe away of what he's done the last couple of weeks. It's going to be tough.
I kind of hope you're right because I really love Stevenson.
Yeah,
I really do. Man, I would love for him to take over. God, that'd be great.
I would say fully take over, but you would say that he's getting the lead role.
If he's getting lead touches, dude, I mean, I picked him up in so many leagues. I'm excited for that.
Me too.
I drafted him in a lot of leagues. I play in a lot of deep leagues, and I drafted him in a handful of leagues, and I almost dropped him in a couple.
I drafted him in shallow leagues and had to drop him. But I mean, yeah.
I'm playing you, Hustler, and the Ma'Khia Bryant, and I got Stevenson, and I need Stevenson. I can't have you beat me last time. I can't have you keep beating me, bro.
Man, my team sucks in that league. I'm just like decimated by injuries, but we're gonna keep on pushing. We're gonna keep on keeping on. All right. Chase, what up, Chase? Big Mac at ATL or Jimmy G at Jacksonville, Wilson versus AZ.
Probably going. Damn, I'm probably going.
I'm nervous. Okay, wait. You guys,
I'm going Mac Jones.
Well, and that's what I was gonna say. He's a rookie. It's a Thursday game. He only has a couple days to practice versus a whole week. TD, from a real football standpoint, do you think that affects Mac Jones at all?
No, he got Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels. Any other rookie quarterback, I would agree with that. But I think he's going to be fine. Wilson, who is that Wilson?
Rust Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Okay, Russell Wilson.
Rusty.
Woo.
Rusty.
Jimmy D, he might not even have to throw the ball around that much.
Right.
You know what? I'm going to go with Jimmy.
Jimmy, I'm not mad at Jimmy because Jimmy's been producing, and this Jacksonville Jaguars is a decent run defense.
Yes.
Bro. So I think like Shanahan is gonna know this. He's gonna scheme everything short for all the yak. It's gonna be yak for days. That's why I do like Jimmy, but I just don't think Jimmy has too much of a ceiling if Trevor Lawrence can't get it going on the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And for those who weren't here yesterday on yesterday's show, we actually had DK Metcalf in the comments telling us that Russ is going to be fine. He said that he doesn't know about Tyler Lockett, though, because the offensive line is so trash that it doesn't give Russ enough time to get it to Lockett. But, yeah, go check that out. That was on Fantasy News Today. It was yesterday. It was when we were doing the questions and answers kind of second half of the show.
Wait, you actually had DK Metcalf come on and say some shit?
Well, his profile said DK Metcalf and that DK Metcalf's picture, so we're just having fun with it.
Okay.
If it said it on the internet, it must be true.
There we go. I'm just gonna keep saying that until someone tells me I'm wrong, and I'll say, "Prove it! Prove it wasn't him."
Going back to that question, honestly, I was kind of the same stuff Bogey's saying. I absolutely agree. I think that Jimmy G. He's going to be throwing the ball. I think that they can, stop the run there. Jacksonville can, and they can be totally had through the air. So I actually like him. I mean, it's like, but it's like, oh man, can you really sit? Russell, do you really think he's going to still be that bad? But like I said before, until we see it, I can't. I feel good about sitting him, and then he blows up. I feel good about that because I'm like, oh, great. Now I can use him rest of the season.
Yep.
But until he does, man, I'm going with Jimmy G actually on this one.
I'm going Mac Jones still, though.
I'm going with Mac versus the Falcons. Falcons are just trash.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are just trash, but I mean, I don't know. I think you'll see a lot more from the running backs. Whoever they use, they'll use all of them.
Sure.
Dude, Mac Jones, he just doesn't produce him enough.
Yeah, he's only had 1 3-touchdown game. That's the reason why I went to Jimmy. I know they got a strong run game, but maybe they set the run up and Jimmy throw for 2 or 3 with the setup with the play action.
It's kind of the same thing, right? Like,
yes.
Guys probably won't break more than 200 yards passing, but we're looking for the 2 touchdowns floor.
Yep.
I'm not saying it's a landslide. I think that Jones will have a fighting game. Give me a slight edge to Jimmy. It's just my feeling. That's what
all these guys are QB2s. Right now, none of these guys. I would think that anyone is going to say that they're planning on them finishing in the top 12.
Hopefully, you're starting them in a super flex or something.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm assuming, or a bye week. Something like that. I don't know. Off top, I don't know who's got the bye.
I might even look to the waiver. Like if a lot of people drop Justin in single QB. Justin Fields isn't his ownership. So I would probably play Justin Fields over all of them just with the running aspect.
And Antonio, you're the man. He said you can give mine to Triple X Lex. So Triple X Lex, hit me up. And Antonio, you're the man. You just been in such a giving mood because you hooked Stu up with that Micah Parsons mini helmet. He was so stoked about that. And yeah, dude. So I'm still gonna give it to you also, and I'll give it to Triple X Lex since you gave yours to his.
Hey man,
Antonio.
That's how the Sagittarius is rock, bro. Everybody eats, bro.
Everybody eats, B. Everybody eats.
That's right. The Sagittarius, we know how to take care of our own, you know.
Oh yeah.
Always.
And Tino said, "Is Chris Carson coming back?" So he didn't practice today. That's all we know. I'm not planning on it. We've been talking about it. TD said he thinks his career might be over. I don't think he's playing at least for the rest of the season. And then we'll see what happens.
Here's the thing. I've been listening to some doctors about this, about what they're saying, and what they said basically is this: it's a chronic issue that he's had for a while, and it flares up sometimes. And if it flares up a bit and goes back down, he should be back within 2 weeks. And we're past that. And they said if he's not back after 2 weeks, then we got to start worrying about this not only being a season ending, but perhaps career ending. So that's what doctors are saying. And I believe doctors that know that deal with this directly, they know their shit. So I'm going that route on it. I'm worried.
It ain't looking good. It's a neck injury. I mean, neck injuries are not good.
Shout out to my man Tino, man. Right when we start talking about Sagittarius, he pops up.
There you go.
That's my man's. And Chris Carson is dead, bro.
And Matty Daddy in the building. What up, bro? He said Super Draft Pro. Matty Daddy, I know we're going to be doing a bunch of collabs with real soon. He just started his own YouTube channel, so everyone go hit the sub on his. I think he's only got like 40 or 50 right now. I think I was number 25 for him, so I got in there at the early stages.
Yeah. Yo, Matty Daddy, text me the link.
Yep. And it's Matty Daddy Presents right there. So that's what I mean. Really, you just go type in Matty Daddy with no spaces. I'm sure you find it.
He the one and only.
Yeah.
No baloney, no phony.
Yep. And here is some other news. I also didn't even think that it was like worth even bringing up, Frank. But McNichols, running back in concussion protocol. So someone who we're totally off ever since they brought over AP. Deep dive for him and his production.
It's AP and it's Foreman, and I'm not doing anything with McNichols.
Yeah. I thought McNichols might have a role, but he doesn't.
I mean, I hope he gets better, but that's it.
He's droppable. Steven C said start Muth or Hawk.
Muth. If no Big Ben plays, that's
Muth.
Yeah.
Hawk ain't done shit this year. Gotta go Muth.
Yeah. And Browns are tough against the tight end this year.
Oh, yeah.
All right. And there we go. Antonio said, break out the bongs. Sir Bong's a lot in the building.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Rushman, was that like Taco Bell? I always love the midnight drive-through. Dang it. What were we talking about? That was like 6 minutes ago.
Oh, we're talking. It might have been like Shake Shack.
Maybe.
I mean, listen, Shake Shack is a grip, but it's fire, bro.
What's up, Rushman?
Yeah, shout out to the Rush.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Look at that arm, dude. If that's him, he's built.
Look at those pythons. All right, let's see. Frank C, what up? Said F for the Falcons. Drafted Ridley. Started Ryan 3 weeks ago. Dropped him. Picked him up to start last week, and you know the rest.
Dude, Matt Ryan. Another sneak preview for the Thursday B&B. Matt Ryan's going on my shit list.
Oh yeah, he needs to be there.
I can't talk to him about him anymore. I'm tired of predicting one way or another and him fucking it up. I'm done.
It's so funny because he shows up on the matchups that you don't think he's gonna show. He shouldn't show up against the Saints, and then he just terrible against. But maybe it was his old coach too. His old head coach. Knew how to play against him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Rushman bringing the guns to the #Tyrant gang.
There we go. And Frank's in a given mood too. He said, "Give mine to TD to get him some Nefulo." Oh yeah. So the Nefulo is the crypto token, who's the sponsor of the show, and I've been on it for a long time. So There's what it is. There's a link in the description. So TD, I'll hook you up with it. I'll hook you up with the link. It tells you the app to go download because it's not on Coinbase just yet. It's one of those ones that's only like, fractions and fractions of like a penny. So everyone who's on my channel, just hop over. The link is in the description of how you actually buy it. You guys want to get in on this now. I mean, $20. I don't even know exactly how many tokens TD's going to get with that, but it's going to be a shitload. It's going to be a bunch because we're talking like 4 zeros.
Send me a link on that shit.
I probably put a $100 on it.
Yeah. Well, I'll send you the 20, and definitely go get some more of that because it's ever since I got in. I mean, when Frank got me, the sponsorship and everything, and they sent me a bunch of coins or tokens, it's literally just been going up and up. Sometimes it goes up, comes back down, but it's never gone back down to where I got in at. So now's a good time. Oh, show.
Yeah, send me a link on that new Fulo shit, dude. Seriously, I want to check it out.
Yeah, will do. It's really dope. Underground right now, but it's about to be big time.
But that's how all the other shit started out, and I'm like, I got to get on something on the ground floor. I keep hearing about this shit too late. I'm like, dude, I got to find one of these, get on the ground floor. I'm like, all right, give it a shot.
Hell yeah, that's what it's all about. And what I'll do actually, because I got the link right here, I'll just put it in the description on or in the chat on everybody's channel, so everybody can get to it real easy. But yeah, you guys don't want to miss out on another coin or another token. Like I missed out on too many. I mean, I knew about Bitcoin in 2012, and I was confused. I didn't know what it was. The people who were mining it, and they just told me they were doing it. It was just a computer in the corner of their room, making them building. And I haven't heard from that person in a long time because I know he caked off of all that. But yeah, so this is one we are in on the ground floor on. That's for sure. So yeah, Antonio, I put it in the chat. Zeb, I put it in the chat. All right. And Antonio said, just subscribe to Gandalf the Great and Matty Daddy. Good looking, Antonio, on showing the love.
Thank you. Thanks so much. I'll bring back Gandalf at some point.
Yeah. It's just a cool character to keep in your bag of tricks. All right. And Zeb, go with Bateman or Dame Harris in the flex this week. I'm going to go Dame. I think it's going to be close, though. I like both of them. I like Bateman. I like them.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Gandalf.
Oh, no, I was just chiming in. Go for it, man.
Yeah. Only reason why I'm going to say Bateman is because they said they was going to lower his snap count because he played so bad and Bateman played so good. So that ups his targets maybe 2 to 3. And Damien Harris, like I said, I think this is a smash play. But I don't know with him being on concussion protocol and Ramondre Stevenson out there practicing and the coaches seeing him practice could be a less carry for him. So I would just go with Bateman.
I'm going to assume this is PPR. And in that case, yeah, I mean, I actually like Bateman. I've been talking about this for weeks now that I think Bateman is going to overtake Brown in target share. And, we're starting to see it. The dude is talented. And, I like him. I like him this week. He's got a good matchup this week, up against Chicago. They're giving up the 5th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. And, Bateman's been getting it done. He's getting better and better every game ever since he came on in his debut game in week 6. So, I like Bateman. And for the same reason you're saying there, Damien Harris, I think he's going to have a fine game. But I don't think it's going to be like he's not going to ball out with Stevenson there. I think Bateman has a chance to really hit get a dub this week.
Yeah, and I love Bateman. I mean, you could ask me this tomorrow, and I could go back the other way on it just based on some news. It's so close. And Nick Tab, what up, bro? What's good on Twitch? And David said, I don't know what to do. Let's smoke, and I'll circle back. Sounds good. Let's do it. I'll smoke to that. And Alejandro, wide receiver, tight end, flex position, need help. Bateman, AB if he plays, Schultz, Arnold, and Drake. Got to be Bateman. I mean, I don't even know if AB is going to play. Didn't practice today. My answer may change, but Bateman.
Alejandro Meza, the winner of my grand prize giveaway from last month. He got that Stitch jersey. He's got that Max Crosby jersey. He's on his way, dude. It should be there soon. Yeah, I agree. I got to go Bateman on that one.
Yep, me too, Bateman. I love Arnold. Just to give y'all a little caveat, I do love Arnold, but he's not. I'm not gonna start him over no Bateman.
And Triple X Lex says, I remember shopping on Karmaloop back in 2010 for clothing, and one of their options to pay with was Bitcoin. Can you imagine that? Like them just getting a crazy amount of just full coins for like a couple pieces of clothes or whatever.
Yeah.
Listen, man, we used to when we used to do business back in the days, bro, this one dude was like, he was like, can I pay with crypto? And I'm like, okay. And I knew someone that would cash me out, and I didn't know what I was handing over. You know what I mean? I'm getting cashed out for the value of whatever, the transaction is, you know what I mean? And then, but not knowing that this is like an investment, this is like going to be millions of dollars. And then I was sour about it for a while, because this was back in like 2012. And then back in 2017, the shit's like popping. And I'm like, I know what that is. And like my boys explained it to me. And I'm like, we used to have a bunch of those. You know what I mean? Just straight up forwarding it over, bro, and getting cash that. I'm still sour about that shit.
I believe it. I believe it.
That shit was.
And Nick Tab says, how we feeling about streaming Danny Dimes this week? I mean, I'm never excited to stream Danny Dimes, but I mean, the Bucks, they're not the most fleet of foot in the secondary. That is for sure.
And he'll run around. I mean, if I had to say like on my start level, if it was 1 to 10, I'd give him like a 7, just because I think the game script will have him throwing the ball, and like if Saquon's back, like he will have some open lanes for him to run as well. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Here's how I feel on a scale of 1 to 10, because 10 is the dime. 5 is the peso, so that's where I'm going, right in the middle with 5.
I go there too, right in the middle, because you never know. He could hit it big. It doesn't matter. He's just one of those guys. It's a crapshoot every time. I would hope that you'd have better options, but if you don't, I mean, it could be big. It could be nothing.
It's just like Jalen Hurts. Like, just don't watch the game and just look at the points after. You know what I mean?
But even then, man, it's not all that great. I'm looking at his fantasy point total, since week 5, 4.8, 7, 17, and 17. Those aren't bad, but then 8 points. I mean, just I don't know. He's just not usable.
You know what? But the difference is there was no Saquon. His last big game, Saquon's in the mix.
Yeah.
Last big Tony game.
That's a good point. That is a good point. So, I mean, that could be the difference maker right there. And Tampa Bay does give it up to quarterbacks. I mean, if it depends on, again, it depends on what your other options are. But I don't feel comfortable like Hustler's saying, I don't feel comfortable about it, but you might do it.
I mean, Heineke went for 256 and a touchdown. That's not a bad game, for fantasy.
Well, Tampa Bay has given up like a whore for sure.
And I think Danny Dimes has maybe 50 yards rushing, you know what I mean, on the ground.
He'll fall down before he gets in the end zone, but he can still have
his legs are so fast. they go from underneath his feet.
And
like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, exactly.
And Chase said, didn't some guy get a pizza for like 10K Bitcoin? So it was like 2 total Bitcoin that he got those pizzas for in 2010 or something like that. I don't even know, 2009. And so, I mean, if he would have kept those, until right now, I mean, Bitcoin's over 60,000 per. So he would have had 120,000 just off of those 2.
Damn. I wonder what kind of.
Say it again.
Was it a deep dish?
It better have been something good.
Better not have been some fucking Pizza Hut or something.
And Chandler Brunelli said Marquise has dropped passes. I could see Bateman taking over too. He is taking over. He's already leading the team in targets.
Yeah.
I mean, like in the last couple games. I mean, per game, not for the entire season.
From once he got into the line, leading that team in targets over Mark Andrews.
And Liz, we'll just call you Liz. Between D-Hop, Hollywood, Bateman, Devonta, Sid, Hollywood.
D-Hop, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if D-Hop's going to play. He wasn't at practice today. They have their bye week next week also.
Yeah. If Kyler doesn't play, I'm playing Hollywood over D-Hop. Even if D-Hop does play.
Because if Murray don't play, D-Hop's for sure not playing. It just doesn't make sense why either one of them.
But are you playing Hollywood and Bateman at the same time?
I mean, if D-Hop doesn't play, you don't have a choice if you're playing three out of the four.
Because I think he was saying that if D-Hop does play, he's still playing Hollywood. But are you playing Hollywood and Bateman at the same time?
I'll play them both. They're getting targets.
It just depends on my team format.
I'm not saying it's a bad play. I'm just asking, I mean, I might think about sitting Hollywood for D-Hop in that case, but you're right. I mean, especially if Kyler Murray's not playing, I think I do. I think I do roll with Hollywood and Bateman in that case.
They've been throwing the ball way more than ever before. We talked about this on one of these shows recently where the Ravens are the exact opposite of what we've known them to be, but it's because all their running backs are trash right now. None of their top 3 running backs that were in the preseason are on their, roster right now because of injuries. So they had to change everything around, and I'm surprised they did.
Yeah, so I don't mind starting the 2 because, they routinely go for the deep one with Marquise Brown. When that connects you love that in your lineup, not on your bench. And he's still getting enough volume that he has a decent floor of 4 catches a game, right? So far, I can't remember his average. But and then Bateman is he's the X receiver on that team. I mean, Sammy Watkins is annoying, but he's just the rotational guy. You know what I mean?
He's still way better than Mecole Hardman, though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
For Chandler Brunelli said Bateman or Elijah Moore. This one's tough because both have been good, but I think I'm still leaning Bateman a tiny bit.
With Flacco throwing the ball in New York, I got to go Bateman.
I'm going to actually do something a little different. I'm going to say it's your prerogative. They both are exactly the same. I love Elijah Moore that much. So I think it's your prerogative. Go with your gut, babe. Both of these guys.
I agree. Elijah Moore's great.
He's the shit. Both of these guys have been on my waiver wide receivers over the last couple weeks, and they've been must pickups for me. So.
He was my number 1 waiver wire target last week. More. So
I think
both of them are still at 50% rostered in Yahoo.
Yeah, I said, see on my show this week, because he was at 51%. I was like, okay, I had him in the honorable mentions. I was like, if he's still in there, put him up over Bateman, or not Bateman, not over Bateman, but number 3 or something like that.
What's crazy is is it the Dolphins? Who the Jets playing? Dolphins, right?
Yeah.
I'll lean Bateman because I've seen Chicago this year give up chunk yards down the field.
Oh yeah, that's his game.
All right, let's see. Manny T guy offered me CEH and double barrel Darryl for my Aaron Jones. Should I accept it? He said I have A Jones as well. What does that mean?
So it's basically the Kansas City running back for Aaron Jones.
Yeah. And what's funny is here's what I like though is that if he does this, he gets to play double barrel Darryl right now. Then they go on a bye week, and his guy who has Aaron Jones won't have anything this week or the next, and then there's a bye week. So he's kind of buying him some production here. I might do that in a lot of instances.
It depends on if you're on the outside of the playoffs looking in,
exactly,
or if you're already a contender. That's really what it comes down to me.
That's one of those instances.
If you're planning for the future, I would keep Jones. Otherwise, if you need wins, do it.
Yeah.
And Alejandro Meza says D Harris or Carter.
I'm going Harris.
I'm going Harris. Yeah, with Flacco coming back, we just don't know exactly how it's going to work the first game.
Harris.
Carter.
I mean, what's crazy is do we think the Dolphins was that fluky last week? I don't think so, because I think they finally got back on track on defense.
They've been solid the last 2 weeks.
That D's looked great, yeah.
Because they were hella fluky. They weren't looking
injured. They were a lot of. I mean, they had some pieces that were injured as well.
That's a good point.
Yep.
They're back. Guys like Jerome Baker, he was out for a game or two. Xavier Howard, I mean, he was out for a few games.
He was banged up. He was banged up to start like the first 6 weeks for real, and he was playing.
So yeah, I think it's. I think they're getting back to the defense that we thought that they were going to be. Now that they don't have all the injuries and
I
stuff.
like that kid, man. Javon Holland too, man. That safety's nasty.
I've been on him since the draft. Like I can't remember who. So it was Bob Van, the IDP man. We broke down the 10 top safeties that were going to be, or 10 top DBs that were going to be coming in as rookies.
I saw this live.
Yeah, he was one of the ones, and I only watched film like going into those episodes. Like I didn't see a bunch of college, but he was one of those guys. Like he's a thumper and he's a ball hawk, and like he was in the backfield a bunch. I think he got an interception. I know he knocked a couple balls down, but yeah, he's performing great for a rookie.
For real.
All right, what up, Steven? What's going on, bro? He said, what's good, champs? Missed the earlier show, but I have Mike Davis, and I picked up Stevenson, Gallman, and Jeff Wilson. How do we feel about the situation? Yeah, you missed the earlier part in the show when TD hit his 1K. He hit the milestone. Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't like that whole situation in Atlanta right now. I really don't. Like Mike Davis, I don't know if I want to play Mike Davis or Gallman, but Jeff Wilson's also a crapshoot. Like right now, I'm kind of nervous about all these guys.
Yeah.
I think you okay. You got Stevenson.
I go Stevenson.
So somebody's going to be Stevenson's the safe play. He's going to play. But you got Gallman and Jeff Wilson, so you can just wait it out and see what's going on, and see if Cordell Patterson plays or if Elijah Mitchell plays. No, and if both of these guys play, just play Stevenson.
Remember, TD, it's the Thursday night game is where so you know what I mean?
Yeah. I would just fade the Atlanta backfield in, and I would just go wait for see what happens with Jeff Wilson.
Yeah.
Because I know that they're. I mean the Shanahan isms, like Bogard's already talked about how Shanahan's just like a liar, just like outright lies, to us. Like we're talking about him having Elijah Mitchell having like a broken finger, fractured finger, whatever. I mean, whatever it is, it ain't good. It's on his finger. He's a running back. I know TD, I think he said it's his pinky, right? You say it's his pinky?
I don't know what finger it is.
Or maybe it was someone else who was saying, I think that they were saying it was his pinky. I can't even remember though, but I don't like the situation with Mitchell and that finger. So I think I might hold off for Jeff Wilson also. I mean, it's a little bit of a gamble, but I think it's a gamble that could pay off.
Yeah, I mean, Jeff Wilson should get the volume, right? I mean,
he's going to get carries regardless.
Uh-oh, we lost you. Bogey's in the Matrix. What do you think? Tyrant? Who would you start out of all these guys here if you're just picking one?
I mean, it really has to do with whether or not Mitchell's playing. I've heard mixed reviews on that. I personally feel that he's going to be okay, but I mean, it's hard to tell. That's a really tough one. I mean, I would definitely go Wilson if we know that Mitchell's going to be out. But on the other hand, that's what makes it really difficult is all the other guys he's got listed there are playing tomorrow. So, it's tough, but if I was to choose one, I would probably start Stevenson. But I mean, keep an eye on the Elijah Mitchell. Like, for instance, if we find out more tomorrow or we're any closer to knowing whether or not Eli Mitchell's going to play, then I'm going to lean that way. But right now, if I'm thinking that he's going to play, then I'm going Stevenson. If you think he's not going to play, then go Wilson. But
yep. All right. And let's see. We got a couple more here, and then we're out. Facebook user said James Robinson, Barkley, Michael Carter, Ramondre Stevenson, pick 3. So really, we're just sitting one. And Facebook user, make sure you hop over to YouTube so we can actually see your profile picture, read out your name, give you a shout out. So we're sitting one. And
James Robinson. I'm sitting James Robinson.
Man, this one is tough. Hold on. I got to go back to this. Yeah, I'm going against the 49ers is James Robinson. Barkley's going against the Bucks. Carter against the Dolphins, and then Stevenson against the Falcons.
I'm worried enough about Robinson's availability that you're going to have to start Stevenson there. I mean, if that's really what the choice is, if you have no other option, no one to back, like if you had someone else there that could possibly fill in case Robinson is out, on Sunday, Monday, whatever, then yeah, go with that. But with what you have there, and you only can, and you're picking 3 out of that. Yeah, I would say you got to roll with Stevenson because I don't know if Robinson's going to play or how much he's going to do. It's that new, it's like the heel doesn't worry me so much, but the new injury, that's the concern.
Yeah, what I'm going to say is you better make sure that you are tapped back into the show tomorrow, so you at least have a little bit of an update on James Robinson. But yeah, you got to play it safe. Like, this is one of those things to where you can't get screwed and have to go hit the waivers and then have to drop someone, because James Robinson doesn't play unless you got an IR, but then you still got to go dumpster diving, to pick up someone off the waivers. So yeah, tap back in tomorrow, but I'm going that way too, where Robinson is sitting as of now.
And Stevenson should get enough play to where, he'll be okay for a fill-in.
And Nick Tabb said other options besides Danny Dimes are Lawrence, Heineke, Zach Wilson, Tyrod Taylor, Trevor Siemian. I mean, I might go Lawrence, but I think it's between Dimes and Lawrence, and I think I'm going to go Pesos, actually. Let's do it. And Jonathan, do I trade Thielen and Michael Carter for Cooper and Javonte Williams? I tried to offer Carter and Judy for those two.
No.
It's too much.
Yeah.
4X Lit 7. What up? Start 3. Lamb, AJ Brown, JJ, which I'm assuming is Justin Jefferson, and then Jamar Chase. Man, start all of them. Like, how can you only start 3 of these guys?
That's a good problem to have. Damn.
It doesn't matter. You can sit any one of those guys. All these guys are starters, so you must be in an 8-team or 10-team league.
Roll some dice, flip a coin,
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I'm sitting any of them, it's gonna be who do the Vikings play this week? The Packers.
You can't sit Justin Jefferson. You can't do it. It would have to probably be Lamb if you want to nitpick. But
Lamb goes against the Chiefs.
Yeah. I mean, there's really nobody there. You can.
I'm going Lamb, Chase, and Jefferson.
Yeah, I would sit Brown if any of them.
Because I like the what's the word I'm looking for? I like the game scripts to be more competitive in those games.
Yeah, I mean, Brown's the one who's been, fluky at best out of all of them, at least over the last couple weeks. And, they're just learning a whole new system with Derrick Henry, not being there. So things are changing. I mean, if you want to get super spicy, you just sit Jamar Chase because maybe the Raiders figure out a way to defend him. But one big play.
Jamar Chase for nothing.
But one big play is all he needs.
Fuck yeah. No, dude, I mean, like even without Julio Jones, he's got Brown as on 3.3 fantasy points last week. Dude, I am not. I just, if I have to sit one of them, I'm sitting Brown. I don't see any of those other 3 guys having that kind of floor.
Last week was a bad matchup versus Marshawn Lattimore. I mean, Texans don't have anybody.
Yeah, it scares me.
And 4X Lit said, yo, and what's good with everybody, though? All doing good. Almost out of here. We got a couple more questions. Thanks, everyone, for tapping in. Thanks, everyone who's still on the panel for hanging out. It's the only live stream I'm doing today. Usually we do 3 on Wednesday, but it's Noble's birthday. So we're answering as many questions as we can today since we're not coming back.
Hey, I've got one, though, in 3 hours, mixed notes. If we miss out on your questions, come back and see me in 3 hours.
There we go. Fantasy Tyrant. That's what you type into YouTube to find them.
I'm gonna tap into that.
There we go. And
ask me some questions on there. All I answer, mixed notes is kind of one of those sort of off the wall kind of things. I answer questions, and I'm serious about it, but at the same time, it's got kind of a SNL weekend update sort of feel. So you don't even have to ask about fantasy. You can ask me whatever you want, but you can come on and ask about what you should have for dinner. I don't give a shit.
And Chandler Brunelli, he says, I've Dame Harris and Stevenson, Aaron Jones, Dillon, Mitchell, and Wilson. I'm trying to cover my ass. Hey, there you go, man. You got all the insurance there.
If you got Montgomery, get you a Herbert. If you got, you know what I'm saying? Look at that. He had Jones, so he had him a Dillon. Like, you just always, if you could hold on to him, this is why. You know what I mean? The weather gets cold. Running backs start to get going. Hey, man, you got to stay cuffed up. It's the handcuff season, bruh.
Cuffing season.
Cuffing season. There it is.
Cuff him up.
It is now. And Triple X Lex said, nice, Tyrant, I'll be there. There we go. There we go. And 4X Lit said, Corduroy Pimpin' or Dame Harris? This is a tomorrow question because
but
Corduroy is a game time.
I would go
decision.
Damien. I would go
Damien.
I think Corduroy is gonna. I don't think he's gonna play, and if he does,
Bogey's in the Matrix. Bogey in the Matrix. Is JC Money said, is Kyler playing this week? We don't know, but everything in my gut says no because they got their bye week.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, from what I'm hearing, it's a no-go.
And Matt L said, start Ramondre or David Montgomery. I'm going David Montgomery.
Yeah, Montgomery.
Monty all the way. Love Monty.
The three Walketeers trade Cherry McLaurin for James Conner. I need a running back since Aaron Jones is down. I don't think I would unless you're like really spoiled at wide receiver. I'd figure out another running back to go after if that's the only person they'd take for him.
I agree with that.
There's too much to give up, I think.
John Z, who should I target trading away Godwin after this week? So for this one, you definitely want to go get signed up on any one of our Patreons or on TD's OnlyFans. And we'll mention that right now. So my Patreon is patreon.com/FFHustler420. Go get signed up there. You get on the $5 tier. You get into the Discord chat where you get access to literally everything, any kind of questions you got. And all the higher tiers up, you'll see it on there. There's different stuff in there. And TD, go tell them where to subscribe so they can get the same access for you for trade, start sits, and everything more in depth than these little sessions.
Yes, go to OnlyFans and just type in Fantasy Good Sports as you see on the screen with no space, Fantasy Good Sports. And yes, subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's very personable information. I'm not taking off any clothes. It's just fantasy football content. But yes, you get stars and sits. And it's not just in the vacuum. I get to assess your team. You get to post your lineup. I get to grade your lineup, whatever you need. And I'm a growing channel, so it's going to be a lot of more things that I got coming for my OnlyFans members. So make sure you subscribe to that channel now because you will be grandfather clause in at $10 a month. And as I grow, my price will range, but your price will not change. You'll be at $10 a month. So make sure you go subscribe.
And Tyrant's also got a service, so tell them where to find you at, bro, and where to subscribe.
Yeah, that's right, man. To kind of piggyback off what TD is saying, dude just hit 1,000 subscribers, so he's about to rock it up. So if you can get on that shit now and get the savings, hey, it's a good deal. Same with me. You get on with me now. You pay that little $5. Once that hits $10, when I start rocketing up, you're going to stay on at $5, all right? It's $5 a month. That's less than a trip to Starbucks. And I give you one-on-one content. You want to know who to trade for? I'll analyze your team. I've got one lady that's got 10 teams. She pays $10 a month so she can get a phone call, one-on-one. I go through all her 10 teams, dude. It takes 20 minutes. I give you my time, and things like that. But it's real easy. It's patreon.com/The Fantasy Tyrant, just as you see it right there. The Fantasy Tyrant, just like that. Patreon.com/The Fantasy Tyrant. And I've got some giveaways coming up soon. So now's a good time to get on.
There we go. So we got a couple more questions, and we're going to get up out of here. But anyone who has any kind of trade questions, we'd rather do it that way and really help you dominate your trades versus like telling you yes or no in a vacuum.
Exactly.
Because sometimes people come to me with trades and I'm like, hell no. And I'm like, send me that person's team. And then we go back with a totally different trade. And then they get a trade that's like 10 times better just because, I helped them like walk them through the trade. Mm-hmm. I'm sure we all do that for everybody here because we're all savages when it comes to fantasy football. Yes, if you're playing in a little work league, if you're playing in a work league or a home league or something like that with some casual, players, like we're going to help you like dominate the trade.
Oh, hell yeah.
And trade deadlines are coming up, so you guys better go get signed up like right now.
That's right.
All right. And Perry Williams, can I trade Mahomes for Allen? I get Mahomes. He just went off, went against the Raiders. Weak secondary. It's been rough for him. I feel like Allen is a safer pick, and I'm all about the consistency. The only reason I would say if you're trading away Mahomes for Allen is because Allen has already had his bye week. Mahomes, he's about to have his bye week next week. So you really don't skip a beat at the position. That's really the only reason I'd do it. Other than that, I would just hold.
I probably
Yeah. Stay with
look,
Mahomes.
I would look at the remainder schedule too to make my decision. But it is. I like the point where you just made, because without the bye week already, and I love Josh Allen, he has more of a rushing threat too right now.
And Tab said that man Bogard be playing Coco Melon in the background. I feel it. I got kids too.
Hell yeah. And my son all day, skip ad. I'm like,
I remember
the question.
You gotta roll with the cocoa melon and the little baby bum, all that shit, dude.
Yeah, before my son learned how to use the Fire Stick and knowing just the button to press, like he used to get so pissed when an ad would come on, like even if it was a 10-second ad, he'd come in there, come yelling at me, telling me to skip the ad. And by the time I go out there, it's already off.
Right.
And Matt L says, R.I.P. White Mike. Yep, number 1 ADP draft pick, and don't be sad to say it's over. Happy it happened. I mean, we got some good use out of him.
Yep.
Right.
And let's see. Facebook user Jacobs, Bateman, Dame Harris, or De'Aaron is pick 2. Middle 2, Bateman and Dame.
Yep.
I agree.
Jacobs, who's he facing this week?
He faces the Bengals.
The Bengals are a decent run defense.
Coming off the bye.
They look at Aaron Jones.
That's a toughie. But Jacobs does have like that bit of a knee issue. So, yeah, Bateman and Harris in that case.
You know what?
if Chubb doesn't start, then I'd say Dearness, but
just remember, that's why you guys got to tap in every single day to these shows.
There's so many variables there. Yeah, exactly.
We reserve the right to change our answers literally every single day as new news comes out. So that's one thing you got to remember. If you ask a question on Wednesday and you live or die with that decision, it's just because you chose not to tap back in later.
And you know what? I hate Josh Jacobs.
Me too. I second that.
So, like, anytime you ask us Josh Jacobs, more often than not, we're gonna go other ways. And also, if Chubb does come back, you think they give him 20 carries out?
Depends on when he comes back to practice.
Yeah,
that's what I think.
I don't think he plays this week, bruh. I don't.
He might not, and if he does, it's hobbled. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I like Bateman and Harris in that case.
Every day that goes without us hearing that he had a negative test means it could last all the way up to 2 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer than that. We saw Cam last year. How long? Or not Cam? Cam. Wasn't he out for like 4 weeks or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it was 3, but yeah, it was a minute, and then he came back. He was still shitty. You know what I mean? Like, because he was good. Cam looked good before he got COVID.
I mean, COVID's turned into one of those things when someone gets it, it's like everyone's surviving it. There's not any complications. Everyone's coming back in a few days. So, we do take it for granted that someone could really get sick and it affect their immune system.
For example, players that have cell, or players that have diabetes. These are the guys that if they get COVID, it's really bad for them. James Conner, when he got COVID last year, he was out for a minute, bro. Because he beat cancer before. He has. But most of these guys are tip-top. They should bounce back. It's also a case by case. Some people get hit hard. Some people are asymptomatic. You know what I mean?
Let me see. 4X Lit said Lamb or Dillon in the flex.
Man. I play both of them.
Yeah, figure out how to play both. I mean, if you're making me pick, I guess I'm going to go Dillon. But, I don't know how you sit one of them.
Yeah,
with Jones out, you gotta go Dillon in that case. But yeah, if you can fit Lamb somewhere, I'd love him too.
Touches this. We'll probably see, what's his name? Tyreek Hill, the other guy, big time. We might see him in the mix a little bit. but it's gonna be Ella AJ.
Let me see.
AJD.
Let me see. Chandler said, do I drop Elijah Moore or Mike Davis or Brandon Ayuk? Davis.
Yeah. I hate Davis like Jacob, by the way.
Yeah, Davis.
Oh, yeah, Davis all the way, definitely. Elijah Morris is valuable, and he's going to be even more valuable come, the playoff push.
And that's not going to, like...
Guys, how many more questions we got? Because I got to put in my lineup, Hustler.
Oh, yeah. We all got to get those in. So we're going to do 5 minutes worth of questions, and then we're getting up out of here. So, at 3:50.
Round.
Let's go. Big Kong says, are we holding Van Jefferson or have we seen enough? He's on the bye week. I've seen enough to say if you got a better option on the waivers, just go get it.
I agree.
Yep.
Facebook user, Flacco, Colt McCoy, Simeon for QB, 32-team league. I'll go Flacco.
I'm probably going to go Simeon.
Flacco.
I might go Simeon because I think Kamara's back, and that's an extension of him.
Facebook user, let's keep rapid firing. Thielen or Hollywood Brown? I'm going Thielen.
Thielen.
Yeah.
AT.
Rex Crapter said, do I play Patterson if he plays or play McLaurin?
McLaurin.
Anunya, Burrow or Cam Newton, bruh?
Burrow.
Cam Newton.
Damn, that's bold.
Burrow. Frank, Bateman or Cooks? Bateman all the way.
Bateman.
The
Bateman. Kason's no to butt pirate on Twitch. What up? If Kyler is a game time decision for Monday's game, we play Sunday, not Monday. Should I start Tannehill on Sunday to be safer? I don't think Kyler's going to play, but he plays on Sunday. He plays the second half of the games, and Tannehill plays in the first half.
Tannehill.
We're going Tanny.
Yep, you got to do it.
Antonio on Twitch. Mahomes got the Chargers Steelers. Okay. Someone said that Allen had a better schedule. Still a tough move to make one way or the other. Is Wilson a good pickup? He's available. Thanks, bro. Yep. Good pickup.
Yep.
Pick him right up.
4X Lit 7. CEH. Terry McLaurin. Gaskin in the flex. I'll go Terry.
Scary Terry.
Yeah, because CEH.
Terry, wait a minute. On the last question, was he talking about Russ Wilson or Jeff Wilson?
I'm assuming Jeff Wilson.
Yeah.
Either way, I mean, even if it's Russ Wilson there, I mean, by the end of the season, he's going to be okay. So I pick him up too.
Let's see. And Yo 193 said pick 2 of 4 to start. Joe Mixon, James Conner, AJ Dillon, Kamara. Fuck.
Mixon and Dillon.
Yeah.
I'm going Kamara and
oh yes, Kamara in there. Damn.
Mixon, Connor, Dillon, and Kamara.
Oh.
I mean, if Kamara plays, I'm playing him.
Yeah, if he plays.
Yeah.
He practiced today, so he's trending.
Yeah, I think I go Mixon and Kamara.
Damn, I try to find a way to play all three.
Mixon's got a really good matchup there.
The Raiders give up booty to the fantasy running back.
Oh yeah, that absolutely.
Yeah, and then I just like Dillon, and so does Minnesota. So
I'm going Kamara and Dillon. This shit's a tough question either way. They're all good.
Yeah, but at least Dillon's gonna get it all. We know Dillon's gonna get all the work. So will Mick if I had to choose.
All right, and Zeb said Hawk, D. Arnold, or Hunter Henry this week. I'm going Arnold.
Yeah, I'm going D. Arnold.
Yeah, give me the post.
Hey, Arnold.
And 4X Lit said Tony or Damien Harris. I'm going Damien Harris.
Give me Damien.
And that's it. We made it to the bottom, and Zeb said cheers, trees.
Yeah.
All right, we're out. Let's round robin it real quick. Tyrant, tell everyone where to find you at.
Yeah, just hit me up on YouTube, The Fantasy Tyrant. You got me on the Facebook. I'm on. Look up the Fantasy Kingdom. That's where I roam. On there, hit me up on Patreon / The Fantasy Tyrant. I've got. I'm coming back here in 2.5 hours for Mixed Notes, And then tomorrow morning, I drop the Thursday B&B. That's benches and bumps or starts and sits or whatever for the Thursday game. And I do a little breakfast and bed action there. So I didn't get to do it last week. I had a huge glitch, basically erased all my fucking video. So I didn't have one. It sucked. But I promise I'll have my Thursday B&B, breakfast and bed for the benches and bumps for the Thursday games. Tomorrow morning, it drops at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern.
What you cooking? What you cooking for that one?
Well, I don't know. Come check it out and you'll see.
TD, tell them where to find you at.
Guys, like I said already, you can find me at any social media platform at Fantasy Good Sports. No spaces, Fantasy Good Sports. And make sure you subscribe to the OnlyFans and get this personal, cutting-edge content. It's a growing channel, and it's only $10 a month. You will be grandfathered closed in for $10 a month because I will be growing, and that price will be rising.
And Bogart, the earth is his turf, as you know. So go follow him everywhere at the GMM Network. And I'm the Fantasy Football Hustler. Go follow me on YouTube. Go to patreon.com/FFHustler420. Go get signed up there. If you go to my website, fantasyfootballhustler.com, you can literally get to every single link. Just wherever I'm at. Go subscribe to all the podcasts. Go leave a 5-star review on Apple. Go hit me up everywhere. All right. We're out. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Amen.